All right.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Don't play with me. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Do not play with me. It is Sunday evening. Shout out to you guys that are here. We got us an excellent topic tonight. We're going to be discussing 7 mistakes that individuals often make when it comes to South America, not just to Colombia, not just to Brazil, not just to Chile, not just to few of you guys that got a chance to go to Venezuela, but many guys make this mistake when it comes to coming to Colombia. We got 7. This is a consultation episode, in other words. For those of you that come to South America quite often, if you plan on just being a visitor, or if you plan on being an individual that relocates here, these are some tips that you definitely want to take along with you when it comes to understanding being here in South America on a regular basis. Like I said, whether you're vacationing here quite often or whether you're here you plan on just relocating here, these are some tips on a consultation level that you should take advantage of. We're going to talk about all 7 of them to keep you out of, in other words, keep you out of the pookie zone. So you won't have yourself in a situation where you're like, man, how did I end up in this mess? And how I got involved in this particular topic was I was on the phone doing a consultation with a brother today, and the brother kept reiterating certain things that apply in the States, but don't really apply here in Colombia. And he couldn't fathom the thought that certain things that I was saying applied just to the States, but it didn't apply here. And so we're going to talk about some of those things that, even though we think that they apply to everywhere, they don't. How we see feminism is not like it is in the States. How we see racism in South America, it's a little different. How we see ourselves, we're going to talk about that. How we see ourselves in the United States is completely different from how you should be seen. I'm going to say this again, how you should see yourself in South America. And a lot of times we come to South America and we treat ourselves the way that North America treated you. But I'm here to tell you that when you get off that plane, you should be treating yourself a lot better because you're on a whole different level, a level that you've never been on. Shout out to you guys being here this evening. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me get ready to get started with some music for us, some mood music, get us in a good mood. Then we'll get started with these shout outs. First of all, let's give a shout out to the sponsor of the day, the Passport Bros app.
Hey, Globetrotters, are you ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passport Bros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passport Bros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passport Bros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
I don't know what that was, but shout out to you guys. And if I have to switch over to the other router, I will, no problem. Shout out to you guys once again for being here. this evening. Let me plug this up just in case I need it. This other router, the portable router. All right, shout out to you guys being here this evening. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's get ready to get done with these shout outs after I set some mood music up for us. Let's get some cool mood music going on for us. There we go. Let me scroll it down. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Yeah. And those are going to be the holiday and it's one of the is Parfum de Marley's Layton. It is an excellent cologne. It's expensive. I won't even lie. It's about $250. You might get it on sale for like $175 somewhere. But I'm telling you, it's one of those niche colognes that you gotta have in your collection. This is a birthday gift cologne. I won't even lie. You got a woman in your life and you want her to get you something for your birthday or for Christmas. Parfum de Marley Layton should be in any man's cologne collection. Any man's. This is easily one of the top 10 scents that every man should have in his cologne collection. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm just putting it out there. Every man should have Parfum de Marley Layton in his cologne collection if he's a collector. Got your girl, Andrea made me some tea. Oh, yeah. Now let's get started with these shout outs. We got some great music going on. Let's get started with these shout outs. First, we'll get started with the super chats. We're going to make our way around. My man, Jay Anderson, is in the building. Shout out to you, kind sir, for being here. He says, salute to the chat. Andre and Andrea love crossing borders. He said, Dre, I enjoy watching your live. Plus, I'm definitely making sure I get to the lives. Shout out to you, brother. I'm glad. I appreciate you guys for being here. And for all you guys that don't get a chance to watch it live, make sure you be a part of the replay crew. Now, I'm not going to be doing 6-hour live streams like I did the other day. That's a rarity. And I'm going to be chopping that video up, but that was a good video. Shout out to my man, Will the Thrill in the building, always supporting the Ohio players. Roller coaster, roller coaster. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, sir. Happy Sunday, Andre, Andrea, and the chat. We all know that chat lives matter. Push that like button. Support Black Male Media. Thank you guys for all the super chats, the cash apps, for hitting the like button. And thank you guys for subscribing. We're on our way to 20,000 subscribers on this channel. Like we said, we already hit 100,000. That's why we got the plaque in the back on our other channel. They said it in the words of Jay-Z, if you build one Hove, build another Hove. Damon Dash couldn't build another Hove. But we're going to try to see if we can go to 100,000 subscribers again on a second channel. And this is what this channel is. Shout out to you guys for always supporting, subscribing, and clicking that like button. Appreciate you, gentlemen, more than you realize. He said, get your tickets before they go up in 28 days, meaning the Black Manosphere Conclave. For all you guys that have not gotten your tickets yet for the Black Manosphere Conclave, what are you doing? It's only $195 right about now. We got actually almost 300 dudes. Bruh. Let me clear my throat. It's already 300 brothers that are be coming to Houston because we already know after the party is the after party. 300 of us are going to be coming down to Houston, polished, ready to, with our pens in hand, ready to take some notes and learn from Theo, learn from Dennis Sperlin, learn a little bit of information from me, hear from Obsidian Ali and all the other brothers, Shannon and all the other brothers that are involved in the Black Manosphere Conclave. El Guapo is going to be there. You're going to have Richie Mack is going to be there speaking. You're going to also have all the brothers that are foundation guys. Like I said, Theo is going to be there. So all the guys that are the four horsemen of the Black Manosphere Conclave that set it all up for us every year. This is the 4th year. Guys, you got to be there. I know you make it to all the concerts and all the plays and all the vacations, but one time you need to stay in the States. September 6th to the 8th, that weekend, you need to stay your butt in the States and get this knowledge that can help you out as you expand your horizon outside of the state. So shout out to Will letting us know about the Black Manosphere Conclave. And yes, those ticket prices are going to be low for the next 28 days. And if you can't make it to Houston, you can still sign up for the virtual event. Yes, the cameras will be there. So if you can't make it live, you know, you got responsibilities. You can still sign up for the virtual ticket and still take advantage of all the things that guys will be doing at the Black Manosphere Conclave, except for the after partying. But shout out to you guys being here. But he's right. He said, let's get it. My man Jay, once again, with the 2-month membership. Shout out to you guys who are becoming members of and supporting the platform. If you want to become a member and support our YouTube channel, the link is at the top of the chat, as well as at the top of the chat is how you guys join for free the not Black Manosphere Conclave, but the Passport Bros app. You can download that app absolutely free 99, no tax. Shout out to you guys being here. And my man, them Canadian boys at it again.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh,
Black Nubian. Yes, they do have Nubians, brothers in Canada, and Black Nubian is here to represent. Shout out to you being here today, brother. I appreciate you being here. Let's get back to the other side. We got the brothers that are coming in. We got 68 in the building for this consultation. This is a free consultation of 7 things that you guys definitely, when you come to any part of South America, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This is a serious topic tonight that you guys definitely want to take advantage of. I won't hold you guys long tonight. This will not be a 6-hour live stream, but there are some things that you want to hold on to us, and some things you want to let go of. You don't want to make these mistakes when you're coming to South America. And like I said, we're going to talk about everything from racism to economics to how people see you in South America compared to how you see yourself in North America. So we're going to be talking about that this evening. Shout out to you guys that were here first. And we got the 313 in the
You better
building.
back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with that man. Poor man 313. He is one of the leaders of the Rewind crew, or the replay crew is always activated. Those dudes are doing it great, as well as my man Bobby, the Space Ghost, in the building. He said, checking in. He said, I'm looking forward to a great show. Yes, sir. This is as if, like I said before, it's as if you guys have paid for a free consultation. Notice I said pay for a free consultation, are receiving a free consultation in regards to certain things to look for. When we're in South America, when we're in many locations, and you have a black car, you just purchased a beautiful black Corvette, and you start noticing something you never noticed before on the freeway. Other black Corvettes. You never noticed it. And you were like, you know what? Enough is enough. I don't want to have a Corvette like everybody else. So you go back and you trade yours in after a few days, and you say, I want a yellow Corvette. And all of a sudden you start noticing something you never saw on the road. And that was more yellow Corvettes. You say enough is enough of this. You go back, it hasn't even been a week, and you turn yours in, you get a green Corvette. I know nobody has an apple green like me. And all of a sudden you notice the green Corvettes. So it is when you come to South America. There's some things that we are making the mistake of we're making a mistake of noticing and assuming that they're there and they're not there. Or some things that have always been there. And once we got involved, like changing the Corvette colors, we find that, oh, I didn't notice this about Colombia. Oh, I didn't notice that about Peru. Or I didn't notice that. Now you're noticing it. Because after this consultation, there's going to be some things that you notice about South America that you didn't notice before. And that's what this consultation is about. Shout out to you guys being here. Once again, we got 70 in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. My boy Dave is in the building. Shout out to you. Salute Andre and family. And thank you, Dave, for being a member as well. He said, hopefully everyone had a great weekend. This weekend is continuing on. We got kids outside the window right now inside the swimming pool. And families gathered around the pool just having a good time because it's a holiday here in Colombia. And next weekend is a holiday. The only months in which Colombians don't receive 2 paid holidays for the weekend is May and September. Other than that, they've got 19 holidays and they get at least 2. And the crazy part is, like I mentioned before, all holidays in Colombia fall on a Monday, except for, I think, one. Why? That means that most people are guaranteed a 3-day weekend. Most people are think about it. Think about if twice a month, as soon as you got hired on a job, you were getting, that's not include your vacation time, your regular 10 days or whatever it may be. Just imagine if in the States we had that many vacation days that twice a month we got a paid holiday, and the holiday had to fall on a Monday to where we got, at least for many of us, a 3-day weekend. That's how it is in Colombia. Shout out to my man Chad in the building. Salute to you as well, kind sir. Salute to you as well. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys enjoying the new studio. Yes, we got it all set up just right. I'm going to do a video giving you guys a tour of how it looks. So on the next live stream on Wednesday, you guys get a chance to see that video to let you guys see what it looks like behind the scenes on the live stream. But yeah, we finally got it together and it's just as roomy. I came in actually when we came to look at these rooms, I brought my measuring stick to make sure that I had enough room between the camera and I, and room behind me to give us a little bit of distance, and all of it worked itself out just right. Shout out to you guys. They moved that Perfume de Marley off camera. Once again, the cologne of the evening, guys. Perfume de Marley's Leighton. Excellent cologne. Excellent cologne. A little bit on the expensive side, but like I said, this is one of those colognes you get for your birthday for yourself, or have somebody else get it for you. It's about between $175 to $200. It is well worth it being in the top 10 category of your cologne collection. And the products that we have for the live stream today are the t-shirts for the Love Crossing Borders, Crossing Borders t-shirts. So we got the Drizzle. We've got the Passport stamp t-shirts. You guys will see all those things when you look at as you're looking at the video. My man GJ in the building representing. Yes, sir, kind sir. And my man, you know what, Sean? Thank you for asking. My throat feels a lot better. I don't feel like Greg Brady, and it's not cracking anymore. My voice was cracking. Now it's a lot better. Thank you for asking, brother. Thank you for asking, because yeah, you're right. It was bad for a minute, and I could when I had the complication, I didn't realize how bad my voice was getting until after the surgery, and how my voice is naturally back to how it was before. I can definitely tell the difference. I can definitely tell the difference. And I will be turning the music down in a minute, guys, but I'm giving you guys some shout out, like my man EKNL in the building. Salute Andre. He said, salute Andre. He said, why can't it be 7.5 topics? He said, you're talking about a little joke, of course. He said, this will be a great topic. Yes, sir, guys. Yes, sir. This is a great one. I'm telling you. And my man, Black Empowerment 01 in the building. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. Greetings, family, to all of you guys. Greetings to you all.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a
It's
beautiful.
so lovely to be here with you guys.
So lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
Yes, sir.
while you're in the clapping mood, I'd like to give a big round of applause to my band, Sexual Chocolate.
Yes, sir.
Sexual Chocolate. They play so fine, don't you agree?
Yes, sir. Let me turn that other music down. Yes, sir. Glad to see all the family in here today. Shout out to you guys. Ransom's in the building. Shout out to you, brother. He said, I bought his art. That's a good one. Hey, guys, that's a good cologne that he just mentioned. Want It by Night? Yes, that is a good one. I'm actually ordering that one in the next few weeks. I'm actually ordering. And this is the crazy part about that cologne. At one point in time, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, you could get that cologne for like $30-$40. Nobody wanted it. You could find it at the discounters at the airport. Nobody wanted it. It was one of those buy 5, get 1 free type of colognes, right? And all of a sudden, people discovered it, and the price shot up in the last 2 years. Now it's not high. Don't make me. I'm like $60-$70, but at one point in time it was like $30, $35. But yeah, that's a really, really good cologne. What's my favorite cologne? Oh man, I got a couple of them. I got Creed Silver Mountain Water. That's a really good one. My Creed Virgin Island Water. That's a good one. Oh man, what's my favorite? Because every one of them have a different scent, man. I mean, you got Club de Nuit Untold. This is the Baccarat 540 clone. This right here is a clone of Baccarat 540. Everybody knows Baccarat 540 is like a $200 cologne. This one's like a $25 cologne right here. And it projects and lasts longer than the original, even though it smells 95%, not 98%, the exact same scent DNA as Baccarat 540. This is the Untold. I love wearing this one. Like if I'm going out, going clubbing, partying, things like that, having a good time, you put that on, you know you don't have to put this on again. This gonna last. This one of those 12-hour colognes right here. And Parfum de Marly, not Parfum de Marly, but the Baccarat 540 doesn't project as much, even though it's a beautiful scent cologne. I have both of them, and I kid you not, I really enjoyed that one. But I would have to say, man, my favorite. You trying to get me to choose among my kids? I don't know which one would be my favorite. Shout out to my man Ransom once again for being here. He said, in June, I'm going to be try Givenchy Gentleman. I have that one right here. And they have a whole collection. He said, I heard that it is good fragrance for a middle-aged man. It is an excellent fragrance for a middle-aged man. Hold on for a second, guys. It's right here. They've got several of them, but this is the main one that guys want to get. This one right here. They put that in. There we go. Man, this is for grown men. If you are under 35, this ain't for you. I'm gonna say this again. If you are under 35, or if you're under 35 and you're mature, yes, this is a very, very grown man. You doing something with your life. You're somebody of responsibility. You are a good dad, husband, boyfriend. This says it all. This is you going to a business meeting. This is what the back of it looks like. This says you're going to a business meeting. This says you're going out to a nice dinner. This says that you're putting on a suit for church, or you're going to a fundraiser. This says that you are just wearing some jeans and a white tee, but I'm a grown man. I stay in the gym. This says I stay in the gym. That's exactly what this says. I'm a grown man. I take care of business. I stand on business. This is a stand on business cologne. I kid you not. He is not lying. Oh my God. And it has, the funny part is it also comes off as a scent of almost like with a baby powder undertone. So when you put this on right after the shower, bruh. And remember I mentioned with all colognes, they come in 3 levels: top notes, your mid notes, and your base notes. So when you first spray on a cologne, bam, right? I'm going to put that on. I first smell it. Oh, wow. And then you shake it. 15, 20 minutes from now, these are the top notes that I'm smelling as I wave my hand around, the top notes. And they may be 3 or 4 different fragrances. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Our music, turn it down for a minute. It may be 3 or 4 different not fragrances, but different ingredients that you're smelling. You're like, I smell this, I smell that. It smells like it has this, that, and this, right? Let me change the music for us. And then not even an hour later, it smells completely different. That's the mid notes. That means all the ingredients in the middle start to take over. That smell nothing like it did when you first put on that cologne, whatever cologne it is. And then like an hour and a half, 2 hours in, those bass notes kick in. So the bottom notes that you don't even smell when you first put it on, or a half an hour to an hour later, you don't even smell those yet. But after about an hour and a half, you start smelling the smell that everybody's going to be enjoying for the rest of the day. That's how colognes are made. That's why you never rub them in. Never do that. That's in the movies. Never do this. Never spray and then rub it in. Why? You have your top notes, mid notes, base notes. You want those to be separate, not take the ingredients and rub them in. And the last ingredient that all colognes have or take advantage of is oxygen, the air. That's why the notes separate like that, because each one of the ingredients is impacted by oxygen, by the air differently. That's why also, I don't mean to make this a cologne segment. That's why also you'll get a cologne right out the box, right? And you will smell it. You're like, it is what it is. Then 2 weeks later, you smell that, you decide to put that cologne on. Bam. You're like, oh my God, what is that? Why? Because now it's outside of the box. Or even if you keep it in the case, but the fact that you sprayed it, you're exposing it now, even though it's in the container, oxygen and air is being exposed to it. And now it's aging. It's just like wine. I kid you not. That's the one thing about colognes. Never judge your cologne off the first whiff unless it's just really bad cologne. But if you just kind of like looking at it like, oh, I promise you, give your cologne collection about 2 weeks. Creed colognes. Y'all ready? Creed colognes take about up to a month to 2 months to get to the and blend with the air in the atmosphere to get to the point of the cologne that you're paying for, that $250, that $400 cologne. You think that it was good when you first put that Aventus on. I'm telling you, 2 months later, it'll be far better. And that's how colognes are made. Just like that, to blend with the air, with the oxygen. Shout out to you guys being here for that little segment of cologne. Shout out to my man Black Samurai in the building. We got 83 in the building. We're about to get started in a split second. In about, I'll give it 2 more minutes. Give a couple more shout outs. Also, he said, For Profit asked me, For Profit Store asked me, how's my throat feeling? It is feeling great, man. It feels really good. It really does. Shout out to you guys being here. All right. EMB is in the building. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo está? Shout out to you. And my namesake is in the building. My man Andre, Mr. Thomas himself. Shout out to you. Romeo's in the building. Shout out to you being here, brother. Appreciate you here. He said I'm more of a Creed guy. Yeah, I've got several Creeds, man. I've got let's do some Creeds real quick. I've got the Creed Aventus, OVO, the OG that put Creed on the map, the one that's been around. Now Creed has been doing cologne since 17. I forget the number, how long Creed has been doing colognes, man. Should be on the back. On the front. So we got that. We've got, let's see what we got over here. Oh, Creed Himalaya. The Himalaya. Player from the Himalaya. We got the Creed Himalaya right here. That's a really good one. I like that one. That's a really good one. Original Centaur. We got the Creed original. You can tell that dent I put off in there. That's how good that is. That's a really All right, I'm back, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I had to switch over to the other router. I was having issues. Magazine. There we go. Flip that over. There we go. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. As I was saying, let's go back to the creeds. So let's see what else we have back here. We've got a lot of guys don't know about the Creed Royal Oud. Creed Royal Oud. That's a grown man one as well. And don't let it fool you. It's not an oud scent. It's just oud in the title. But Creed Royal Oud. And I got a couple more back here. Creed, of course, the Millstone Imperial. The Creed Millstone. Yes. Or Millstone. I said Millstone, but Millstone got that. And then my favorite Creed is Virgin Island Water. If you like pina coladas, that's what this is. 100% coconut pina colada, very masculine, made for the summer. I always say this: if you go to Cartagena on a regular basis, there is no way in the world you should not have Creed Virgin Island Water. It is perfect for anybody that goes to DR, Cartagena, Pattaya, in Thailand, anywhere that there's beach, Miami. This is your cologne. This is your signature cologne. Oh my God, that is so good. That is so good. That coconut, man, listen. Woo, that is good. Let me move these creeds back into their places. Yeah. Yeah, creeds can be a little pricey, but the only problem with creeds a lot of times is that they don't last long. They last about good 4 hours throughout the day. So you always have to reapply your creed throughout the day. But that's the only thing that you have to worry about with creed. But other than that, and there are more creeds out there as well. Yeah, that's brother. Of course, I got the Silver Mountain Water also, and I've got the Green Hours Tweed, the one that comes in the black bottle. I have that as well too. And the one that comes in the white bottle is the Silver Mountain Water. And those actually, the one in the black bottle is my favorite, Green Hours Tweed. Shout out to you guys. But yeah, you're right. You'll definitely love the pina colada smell in that Virgin Island Water. It is amazing. It's just like you at the beach. It just smells like you're on vacation. Oh yeah, I wore a Spice Bomb yesterday. Yep, it's up there. I wore a Spice Bomb yesterday, man. I love Spice Bomb. Now, that's one of my favorite going to the club colognes. He said Spice Bomb is nothing like Old Spice. No, it's nothing like Old Spice. Shout out to you guys. Let's get started with the topic for today. Today's topic, and I know, shout out to all you guys that are here, and all 80 of you, including my man Money Mitch in the building. He said I'm a Creed Adventist and Versace blue jean guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've got the Versace blue, the blue one, Versace Eros up there, and the Versace Eros Flame I have up there as well. The one that comes in the red bottle. Shout out to you guys. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you guys being here. And I think I basically hit a lot of you guys that are here right now. We have 82 in the building. Click that like button. We like you. Make sure that you like us too. Tonight's topic, let's get started with it. Once again, this is a consultation segment. That means that if you guys have reached out to me and you ask for a private consultation, you say, Dre, I've got some questions in regards to what mistakes should I not make while I'm in South America, no matter what part, what misconceptions that I might have that you might be able to make a recommendation that I should not walk in those misconceptions. these are not just mistakes. These are just misconceptions for the most part that a lot of guys have about South America. Let's get ready to get to these super chats in a second. I'm going to get to you super chats in a second, guys. But I'm going to let you guys know, definitely, there are certain things that it's not just about how much money you bring or be careful with the ladies. There are certain things you need to look out for when you come to South America. The first thing is beauty is not beauty in South America. I'm going to say this again. Beauty is not beauty in South America. No, it's not. Don't ever make the mistake of thinking that because she's a beautiful woman, that she's going to be a beautiful person. The key to them scamming guys, to the fact that so many of us have been deleted, the reason why there are so many Western Union poppies that exist is because many of us make the mistake of assuming that beauty is beauty. But Andre, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's sexy. Yeah, but is she beautiful for you? And I'm talking about even you guys that are vacationers. Let's do it like this. Y'all ready? The guys that usually get drugged, now every once in a while it's a local, but the guys that usually get drugged are vacationers. You guys make the mistake of thinking beauty is beauty, and it's not. Yes, aesthetically, she's gorgeous. Dimples, ooh, she got the fattest butt. Fat. She got the hips to match. She can dance. But you know if something ain't right about her on the inside, ain't nothing really beautiful about her. You feel like she's about to be conniving and sneaky. You feel like something just ain't right. Something in you is telling you it's just not right. If you know it ain't right, let her go, move on to the next one. That's my advice for you. If I was doing a consultation with you, that would be my advice for you. There's so much beauty in South America. And I mean women that are beautiful on the inside as well as the outside. Just going for women that are beautiful on the outside, you're wasting your time. Now, if you go into brothels and pay for play and strip clubs, that's a different type of lady. So I understand that. You're not looking for inner beauty from those ladies. This is a business transaction. But if you are an individual, and I kid you not, if you're an individual that comes to South America, you say, you know what, Andre, I'm looking for something serious. When I was talking to the brother earlier, remember I started all this from doing a consultation with a brother earlier. And I said to him, he said, Andre, I want what you got. I said, no, you don't. And these 7 reasons let me know. And I told him, this is why you don't want what I have. Do you know how many guys often say to me, Andre, I just want somebody serious. I want to be settled. I just want a girlfriend, or I want a couple of girlfriends, but they never act like that. They rather have women that have external beauty, but inner beauty, meaning that somebody that can look out for you. If anything happens to you guys, realize when you come to South America, any part, you got to have at least 1 or 2 people in your cell phone that can look out for you if ever you're unconscious. And I don't just mean your boys, because your boys may not always be around. You got to have at least 1 or 2 people in your cell phone that if you lose your wallet, that they could at least get you to an embassy or get you to a bank or something, to where you could get you to a cell phone or something. If every woman in your cell phone is only for smashing, brother, you're doing yourself a disservice. I'm letting you know that about any part of South America. Having women in your cell phone for intimacy is a great thing, but not all the women in your phone should be for intimacy. There should be a couple of women in your phone that have inner beauty, that you can trust them with this information, trust them to get you to there, trust you to introduce you to this. A lot of us complain about gringo prices because we have nobody to look out for us to take us to spots that are not gringo priced. She has no inner beauty. So don't think because she got big, and this is what the brother said. I said, why you deal with those type of women? I'm serious, brother. Why you deal with those type of women? I like big butts and big breasts, Dre. I like big butts and big breasts. I say, bruh, I like big butts and big breasts too. I say, but guess what? That doesn't necessarily mean that she's a beautiful person. And that's why you struggle. And that's why many of us struggle with many of the women that we're dealing with in South America. You're scratching the back of your head like, what am I doing wrong? Picking women because she got a big butt and big breasts only is going to disappoint you. If you got 90% of women in your phone that are big butt, big breasts, nothing wrong with that. But at least have some women in your phone that can help you out. Some of you guys want to work on your visa. Some of you guys are eligible for visa, but you don't know where the immigration office is to go get your cellular. What's your cellular? Your Colombian ID. Let me show you guys. Show you guys this real quick. And some of you guys have already seen mine. When you're here in Colombia, you have to, if ever you stop by the police or anything, which I've only had 2 of those incidents in which they weren't bothersome. This is your Colombian ID. Okay, this is your Colombian ID. This is your Colombian driver's license. This is my L, right? If you don't know what building to go to get this done, why is she in your life other than smashing? She should be at least 1 or 2 females in your phone should be able to take you to where you need to get your identification and get your driver's license. If that's something that you're going for. But if every woman in your cell phone is an airhead and she just good for smashing, brother, I promise you, even if you're just a visitor here on a regular basis, you're doing yourself disservice when you come to South America. So the first thing I mentioned to any guy is beauty is not necessarily beauty. And the reason why I mentioned this portion first is because I believe in you guys, and I believe that you guys deserve the best. I won't even lie. You gentlemen deserve the best. The best. Let me move this down. Spice Bomb is very good. Yes, it is. Very nice. You gentlemen do deserve the best. So treat yourself like that. And so number one thing is make sure that you don't make the mistake of thinking that everything that got a big button and smile is going to be beneficial to you in the long run. She might be beneficial for you on the first trip or the second trip. But I'm telling you, once you start coming to these South American countries on a regular basis, you're going to need somebody that at least one female. And guys, start getting in the habit of becoming cool with men in South America too. Don't just have an arsenal of females. I made that mistake at one point in time, and I didn't realize how many years that went by. I didn't realize that over 90% of the people that I got in my phone that I'm really cool with are females. I purposely had to go out and add professional, good brothers into my phone, whether they were stateside, but also Afro-Colombian brothers down here that I got I hang out with my doctor. I got another brother that worked at immigration, real cool brother, man. We watch the football games during the season. Cool, but you gotta have some brothers in your phone. Especially if y'all single. They introduce you to the nicey-niceys. But don't just get your game from the ladies. I promise you that, no matter where you go in South America. Because sometimes ladies don't know things that the men know. Shout out to my man, is Jay Clyde in the building? Jay is here, ladies and gentlemen. Jay is here. So that's the number one thing that you want to look at. Let's get to the super chat. Yeah, you do need male friends. Guys don't realize that. And like I said, subconsciously, I didn't even think about it. I was so busy gawking at, getting with, smashing, you know, doing my thing and didn't even being married. I was so focused on the women in South America, it didn't hit me that, dude, you got a couple of colleagues down here, Andre, but 90% of the dudes that you hang with are American dudes if you're gonna hang out. And I didn't want that. And so I purposely started becoming cool with upwardly mobile, doing things big Colombian brothers. I can't just be cool with all Colombian females. No, man, no. Because all they're going to do is give you the perspective of what the men aren't doing wrong. And you don't get a chance to hear from the side of what the men have to say about it. Yeah, JG, shout to you. He said, this year I have been making a lot of friends that look up for me or look out for me. Yeah. Yeah, guys, you got to do that. At least 1 to 2 on your phone, 1 to 2 dudes in your phone. Don't have all women in your phone, guys. I kid you not. It'll benefit you in the long run. He said, how much is this virtual text? I didn't get that. I didn't get that, Kenny. Bro on the go says this. He said, the main reason why I didn't want to do anything with my Spanish teacher, right, although she's beautiful, right, some women, I know you want to smash them. I know you want to smash them, but you got to keep them for the value that they bring to you, such as a Spanish teacher, such as your salsa instructor. If you come to Colombia, you learning salsa, do not try to smash your fine salsa instructor. No. Why? Because she's going to be the one to invite you to all the dance events and introduce you to all her fine girlfriends while you trying to smash the salsa instructor. My man Andre says that you are so right. He said, I looked at my relationship with my girlfriend, with my girl in Colombia, as we two-way match because I need her. Yep. I need her just as she need me. And I want no knucklehead women. Yeah, absolutely correct. Yep. Gotta have that discipline, Chad. You're absolutely correct. Let me hit these super chats real quick. Shout out to my brother in the building once again, Will. He said it was in the Black Manosphere meeting today. Man, I tried to get in, man. And then by the time I got ready to get in, it was Andrea had something that she needed for me to do because we were just finishing off everything in the old apartment finally today. He said it was an honor being in the presence of so many intelligent brothers. Bruh, that Black Manosphere Conclave, even like you said, even if you don't get to the event, join the membership. Go to the website and join the Black Manosphere Conclave because we meet as a massive group once a month through a Zoom meeting. Man, you guys got to take advantage of it. I'm telling you, the brothers out there, good. There's some good brothers out there. Shout out to my man Uriah once again with the $10. He said, salute to you, Andre, or Dre. Salute to everyone in the chat. Chat lives matter. He said, got the studio looking good. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Shout out to you guys. Hope I ain't got that love looking too bright. Let me turn that down a little bit. Turn it down. Let's see how that looks. That's a little better. That's a lot better. Sometimes you have it too bright. Like watch this. If I turned it up, look how bright that looks. So I have to turn it back down so it can look visible or legible. All right. Shout out to you guys. Okay. And once again, my man Timothy says, Avengers assemble. All you brothers with your passports.
Can't you see I got a passport?
I got a passport.
I got a passport.
Yeah. Yeah. Got your passports. You're doing your thing. You're good. Let's scroll down a little further. Shout out to my man Terrell and the Detroit boys once again doing their thing.
You better back the fuck up out my face. face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
My man T just left last week too. He said, "Good evening, chat." He said, "What's up, big bro?" And I can hear that in your voice because that's how you talk. What's up, big bro? He said, "This was a great topic." He said, "I also discussed this with my brothers." This brother, before I finish off his comment, this brother is a perfect example of a dude with a gorgeous, and I mean fine, salsa instructor here in Cali, Colombia, and has taken him to this event, that event, and guess who he's meeting? The lady friends, and they fine. This brother is when I was talking about this, T, I was actually thinking about you a few minutes ago. And this brother showed me receipts. So we're not just talking. This brother showed me receipts. I was like, dang. Women in Colombia will introduce you to women in Colombia. Women in Brazil will introduce you to women in Brazil. Women in Peru will introduce you to women in Peru. So you just got to have some of them in your phone, some women in your phone, just so they can introduce you to the country. He said, definitely sharing this with them. Yes, sir. He's also discussed this with my brothers here at work just a few days ago. Yes, sir. My man Dave, once again, he says, Andre, I'm taking your advice, fam. Yes, sir. I'm glad that you are. I'm glad that you are, gentlemen. These are tips that I discovered as well. I didn't know this in the beginning. He said, you told me to make friends, male and females. Great advice. I kid you not, man. I might not get the ladies to go to the bowling alley as often. I might get some of the dudes to hang out with me at the bowling alley, the golf course, fishing. Yeah, I want to go fishing down here in Colombia. I ain't got too many chicks down here that like to fish, but there's a lot of dudes down here that like to fish. So I'm going fishing. So a lot of times I'll connect with the guys because I want to do some guy stuff, not just be up under something cute all the time. I got cool and cute Colombian friends down here, but I'm not trying to, as far as the ladies, but I'm not trying to be up on the ladies all the time. I'm up under a lady at home, and then I leave them up under more ladies, not all ladies. So I love the fact that I could just meet some just regular Colombian guys and just chop it up, and they tell me about things that I don't know, and I can ask them all type of questions and not just hear it from the woman's perspective, but actually from the Colombian man's perspective. So that's why I like having those guys, man. Kid you not. He said, facts, fine women with a lot of other fine that know, yeah. They know a lot of bruh. Yeah, I know I always got a story. Some of the best intimacy I had in Colombia was, this is before I met Andrea. I was in Medellin. Got on the dance floor with this female. She was fine. I know I'm about to holler at this one. She had the right height. You know, I like them tall. Andrea is the only one that's like 5'5" that I've ever been with, right? She was fine. She was like 5'8", 5'9", the right height for your boy. Nice butt. Ooh, she was a cutie. Soon as we got off the dance floor, now notice I'm looking at her the whole time. I'm gonna devour you, girl. But not like the dirty old man look, but the look like, girl, we about to exchange numbers look. Got off the dance floor. She took my hand. I'm thinking like, yeah, we about to get in a conversation going. We about to exchange some numbers, enjoy some drinks, blah, 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 right? She literally walks me off the dance floor to her fine ass, deep dish, dimple, hazel-eyed sister who was sitting there by herself. And so she grabbed, she literally, I'm looking at her butt as I'm walking with her, she dragging me, and she drugged me right to her sister and introduced me to her sister. Dude, the grip on that coochie when I finally got, I'm fast forwarding it right now, right? Fast forward, me and the sister start up a conversation. Now, mind you, I ain't seen the sister body yet because she's sitting down, but I'm seeing them dimples in them eyes. I'm like, okay, she looking good. Thus far, she looking good. And man, that sister stood up to dance with me. She was from Alaska. She was Alaskan. I was like, dang. Hips to, how some women got the hips to butt ratio proportion just right to where they got nice size hips, but then if you turn them sideways, the circumference of the butt is just right. But if you turn them and you just stand behind them, the hips are just right with the thigh proportion in the small way, bruh. I was beating a break in, bruh, on a regular basis. I kid you. Yeah, she's Alaskan. You guys can steal that one. I've been using that one for years. Alaskan, straight from Alaska. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, bruh, that coochie was so tight when I stuck my fingers in it. It grabbed my fingers. I knew that ain't had no kid. So this is another thing. I have met more women in Colombia that ain't got no kids than women that got kids. I didn't tell you guys that. I don't know where you guys always run into baby mamas. Ain't nobody down here. Everybody got kids. Once again, the yellow car analogy. If you got a yellow Corvette, what are you going to mostly see? A yellow Corvette. But since I ain't got no kids, all I'm going to notice is, I guess, women that ain't got no kids. I'm just guessing, but as many as y'all sit back and say everybody got kids. Andre ain't had no kids. My girl D ain't got no kids. Paola ain't got no kids. I just named 3 people that y'all know from YouTube ain't got no kids. Maya Afro Wahida, she ain't got no kids. But let y'all tell it, every Colombian woman got kids. And I kid y'all not, I'll be running across female and dude, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I have been with more women in Colombia that it just hit me. I only been with one baby mama in Colombia. Out of all the women, I've only intimately been with one woman that had a child. Out of all the women, y'all cannot sell me on it's all baby mamas down here. So I danced with the sister the whole evening, and I dancing with the sister. I'm in a conversation with her. Another female walks up on me and asks me for a dance while I'm in a conversation with the sister, and she was fine. So I go dance, come back, start conversing with the sister. She's going to school. She's a professional. She was in school for her English classes. So she would go to on weekends. She would go to the there's like English schools, or as you guys well know, all around South America, where they could just take English classes. And so she was paying for her English class. So that's how she knew English in Medellin. Coochie was so tight, dog. It was like putting the vice grips on my fingers, dude. It just cause no kids. She ain't had none in a while. She had broken with her man like 9-10 months ago. So that coochie like this, like a vice grip. Bruh, when I went into it, when I penetrated, it was like, ugh. It was almost like a force was trying to hold me back when I went into her. And then it just like, it went into all this liquid, and I'm floating on the inside of this goodness. That's grip with the Kung Fu grip, with the He-Man Kung Fu grip, or the G.I. Joe grip, Kung Fu grip. All that because somebody else who was fine introduced me to somebody else who was fine. Everybody that runs up on you, you ain't to smash, bruh. Yeah, no drinking hand tonight. Everybody who you meet up with, they ain't to smash. They friends might be the one that you gonna end up being, intimate with and cool with. Don't throw that off as an option as well. I know you're on a 5-day vacation. I was on a 5-day vacation when I met the female. I'll say that again. When I met the female in the story that I just told you guys, I was on a 5-day vacation. Remember I told you guys I had pre-gamed with all the women in the States? I had been talking to like 4 or 5 in the States for about 4 or 5 months that I met online, and I'm pre-gaming to come to Colombia. And when I get here, I'm going to holler at all these chicks. We going out and smashing. They ready for me to come through. Smash them all, right? I landed on that plane. I met so many women in Colombia face to face with my Spanish was really bad back then. And bruh, ain't have time to date the ones that I had pregame with. It was so easy meeting just regular everyday women. I didn't have time. So shout out to you guys. And once again, like I mentioned before, don't make the mistake of think that beauty is beauty. That's the number one tip. If she's not beautiful on the inside, brother, let her go. There's always somebody else that can replace her. But you always need at least one person that's beautiful, at least 2 that's beautiful on the inside as well as on the outside. He said, I'm going fishing with my Colombian male friends every time. He said, my male friends, every time I visit Colombia. And here's the kicker. You don't even know how you don't even need a fishing license. This is true in Colombia. You do not need a fishing license. This is true. Let's go on to the next one, gentlemen. Let's go on to the next one. Yes, no drink in hand. No drink in hand. Once again, this is a consultation segment. 7 mistakes that guys are making when it comes to Colombia. First one, mistake you're making is that, or South America in general, you're thinking that beauty is beauty. No, there's some women that are beautiful on the outside that will destroy your lives. So make sure that you get the ones that are beautiful on the inside as well. And he said in Colombia, he said, shout out to T-Mac. T-Mac is in the building. T-Mac said, dating in Colombia for a middle-aged man is a great experience. Bruh. Here's the reason why. Because you can date across the scale. You can date from a 22-year-old all the way up to a 42 to a 52-year-old, and it'll all work itself out. You can move across that scale. You could be on one weekend, you dating somebody that's 29. Next weekend, you got somebody that's fine, 39. Wait a minute. Do y'all think everybody I smashed in Colombia was under 30? Man, y'all crazy. Y'all think I ain't got no 40-year-old fine Colombian coochie that I done smashed in my life? What? Bruh, the Brazilian I was smashing. Professional, owned several restaurants. Bruh. She was like 40. Like I said, I was like 49, 48. She was like 43, bruh. Fine. She worked in Brazil's version of ESPN. And her sport that she was in was, when they have the horses jump over those barriers and do all the tricks and everything, like the dog shows, but they have those for the horses. That's what she was doing. She used to do that. And at 43, she was well known for her surfing skills. She was a surfer. Owned 2 restaurants and a surfer. You think I was thinking about trying to smash some young chick? No, not in that moment in time. I'm trying to, this Brazilian, yeah, she was getting it. But, alas, she went back home. And time went on. He said they can sense gorilla, gold digger, ratchet women for you in Colombia. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He said exquisition. He said equestrian. Let me see if I equestrian. Now you got me on that one. Equestrian. That's you know me. I'm always quick to learn a new word. Let me write that down. I know you guys are going to give me the definition in a moment anyway. Equestrian. I appreciate that. $2. Appreciate you, brother. Mr. Smith himself, Mr. Smith Jones. We got 115 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. Number 2, numero dos, is mistake that you don't want to make when you're coming down to South America is, the horseback riders. It just hit me. The horseback riders. Right. Absolutely correct, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thanks, EMB. Shout out to you. Number 2 thing is forgetting that you are in the top 10. Yes, it just hit me from out of nowhere. Like, wait a minute, the horseback riders. When we get off the plane, and I mean this is a part of consultation. When you get off the plane, gentlemen, in any part of South America, for the most part, if you're making back home on average $50,000 a year, $40,000 a year, the average male in the United States makes between $42,000 to $47,000 a year. That's the average male in the United States. Many of you are far beyond average. Gentlemen, you get off the plane, no matter where you go in South America, you are in the top 10% threshold. I'm going to say this one time and one time only. Start acting like it. I'm not saying be bougie. I'm not saying walk around with your finger in the air being stuck up. What I am saying, be wise enough to not only look for women and friends in the bottom 10% of the economic or social scale in South America. Some of you guys are scratching your heads. Why is it so hard for me to meet a quality woman? Why I don't have some cool male friends? Because you are dealing with beautiful bottom feeders. Now, when I say top 10%, I don't mean just economics also. Because we know that most of South America is set up on the social scale anyway. Either you got it or you don't. But I also mean as far as demeanor and attitude. You get off that plane, you're a quality dude. You know things about this world that many Colombians or Brazilians will never see in their lives. You are a top level man. I'm not even talking about the money in your pocket yet. You are the most interesting man in the world. That's you. Why are you taking your butt to hoods to blend in with broke people? And I don't mean economics again. I mean also people that you know that are scammers of other people, hustlers, gold diggers, people that have you can't hold a political conversation with them if you wanted to. But yet you get off the plane and you treat these people as if they're your equal. They are not your equal. I have no problem with hierarchy. I'll say this again. I have no problem with the fact that if there's a level in life I need to get to, I'll work for it. Give you a perfect example when it comes to YouTube, right? I knew that when it came to YouTube, I feel like I got a pen on me or something in my pocket. Okay. All right. When it comes to content creating, I knew that when we were at 10,000 subscribers, I wouldn't be able to get an Anton Daniels to interview us. Not mean that Anton was uppity. I believe in hierarchy, and those guys worked to get 2, 3, 400,000, 500,000, a million subscribers. I knew I couldn't get those guys. I could try, but I knew it wouldn't happen. I had to wait until I was part of or my way to the hierarchy. And then I could ask Angry Man. And then I can ask the Antons. And then I can ask Crimson Cure. And I can ask Chantel Simone. I have no problem with hierarchy. So it is with you guys coming to South America. There is a hierarchy. Expect it and accept it. No, you are not. Most of us, let's admit it. Most of us are not individuals that are part of the top 10% in the United States. We know that. In order to be in the top 10%, I think it's also the 1%ers too. But in the top 10%, we're going to go with the 10%. A person has to make $420,000 a year. Most of us don't make $420,000 a year to be in that the echelon. And nothing wrong with that. But those people that are in that upper echelon, the 10%ers and the 1%ers, do they come down and hang out with us? And we make good money? Those of us that make 100,000. Do the people that make $400,000, $500,000 a year on average, do they come hang out with us in our spots? What about the people that are multimillionaires? Do they come and hang out with us in our spots all the time? Maybe a few that have been your partners for a while. What about the guys that are making $1 billion or $500 million? Do they come and hang out with us? Oh, because they understand hierarchy, right? If they understand hierarchy in North America, why is it that when we get off the planes in South America, we don't understand the safety? I'll say that again, the safety of hierarchy. Stop being around people that are in the bottom 10% of anything in South America, when you get off the plane, 9 times out of 10, your mindset and your money is in the top 10%. I'm going to say that one more time. Stop getting off these planes trying to sleep with bottom 10%ers. I'm not talking about going to the brothels. I understand that. The party girls, I understand that. The scam females, I understand that. That's a given with them. Those are the women that guys that multi-billionaires have on yachts running around in bikinis. The women that don't mean nothing, but they're just good for good sex. I know they exist. We're not talking about them. I'm talking about you guys that are talking about you're looking for quality women. Quality women. You're not going to find that quality woman in a dirt road area in Cartagena. You could. Bruh, that Cinderella story BS, don't do that. Kevin Samuels used to tell brothers don't do that and tell women don't believe in that Cinderella story, that Disney story mess. You're going to go to the poorest part of Cartagena, you're going to meet your queen. Really? Really? The poorest part of the villas in Brazil, you're going to go to the poorest area, poorest neighborhoods, and you're going to meet the queen to be the queen of your life. No, you're better than that. Guys, I mean this. When I got off the planes and wherever I go, I know for the most part that if I am in the top 10 educationally, top 10 as far as my behavior, my mindset, top 10% as far as my economics, I am going to purposely try to look out or try to find top 10%ers. Guess who are 90 to 95% of the women that I smashed in Colombia? Top end attorneys, college professors, women that are head of government departments. I was not with broke Maria, broke Monica, broke Andreas, because Andrea is a very common name in Colombia. Do you guys think it's coincidental that I married a woman that when I met Andrea, she was working on her master's degree? You think that's a coincidence? Even when the sister introduced me to the one chick in Medellin, she was a professional. When you carry yourself for who you gentlemen are, I'm talking to all 121 of you guys in the comment section. Every single one of you, if we got off the plane right now in South America, any part, economically and mindset wise, you are in the top 10%. Start freaking acting like it. No, you're not hood. Let it go. No, you're not villa. Let it go. No, you're not barrio, which is just a neighborhood. Let it go. Start treating yourself. Some of you guys wonder why you get drugged. How many guys you know got drugged when they met a female in some of these top restaurants in Medellin? They met the female at some of the top-notch bars and clubs with security and everything in Medellin. Now, how many people and guys do we know that have been drugged and deleted for going to everyday clubs? That it's the popping spot in Medellin, where even Medellin upper echelon don't go. I want to say this again. Even in Brazil and Colombia, there's an upper echelon that you guys of women that you guys will never meet, you will never see. Why? Because they bougie? No, because you don't think that you deserve to be in the top 10%. Why? Because the United States, most of us, we aren't the top 10%. So we carry ourselves like regular everyday people. So when we get off a plane in another country, we can't fathom the thought of somebody looking at us the way that they look at Usher economically, the way that they look at, now I don't want to say Puffy, but certain people that are in the top 10% in the United States, people are looking at you like that now in South America. It just boggles your mind. I'm not in the top 10%. What do you mean? I just want me a regular everyday girl. You can't get a regular everyday girl. Why? If you really want quality, you already get off the plane as a quality man because your mindset, all the knowledge and insight that you know, the things that you know. Guys, just the average everyday U.S. American is light years ahead of the average Brazilian when it comes to working computers and things like that. Can we agree with that? We know that there's some nerds out there and some tech guys out there in Brazil that can do it just as good as us. But I'm talking about just everyday Brazilian. Can we not agree that the average American is light years ahead than the average Brazilian when it comes to tech and AI, developing online businesses? Can we not agree that your mindset that you have something called the American dream? There is no Brazilian dream. They have a dream to accomplish something, but in America, we know it is entrenched in you as a child that you could become something. But when you come to South America, I hope I become something. I wish to become something. Maybe I'll become something. Well, and if I don't, I got my family. That's South America. What's my point? Your mindset is you come in with the top 10% mindset. Some of you guys are like Los. Shout out to my man Los in Cartagena. He comes down here on a whole nother level when it comes to cryptocurrency. The average Colombian knows that cryptocurrency exists, but they don't know it like we do. So when you come to a country with a top 10% mindset and you're coming with, if you're making at least $50,000 a year, you're coming with a top. I'm going to tell you something also. Let me break it down. The last stat I actually heard was, if you make $35,000 a year in the U.S., you are making more than 85% of the world. Can you just imagine? Let's let that sink in. If you are, and I heard this stat a few years ago, and I want to get the update of it. If you make $35,000 a year in the United States, you make more than 85% of the planet. You don't think you're in the top 10%? How the hell you aren't? Stop acting like you some broke dude from the hood with a pocket full of money. Stop acting like you ain't never had a dime and throwing the money in the air like you're a child. Well, I've seen Colombians do it. Yeah, and them the ones that end up getting got. We got to start acting like who we are. That's my second piece of advice. Realize you got to stop pedestalizing bottom 10% women because you got a big breast and big butt. To smash a woman is one thing. I got you. She fine, dog. Her and look, she top 10%er. Kevin Samuels will give her a 9 over Kelly Rowland. I got you. I'm with you on that one. I'm not saying don't smash them. What did I just say? Don't pedestalize them. Many guys come down and pedestalize, splurge on, Western Union poppy on, bring to your Airbnb, your hotel room, bottom 10% females. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying don't smash them. I'm saying stop treating them in a way that, bruh, she ain't never been in that type of hotel. She's driven past that club. She's never been in that restaurant before. And here y'all happy tales come, taking her into the best of the best restaurant. No, and she's not the best of the best. That restaurant is not built for her yet. I said yet. What do I mean by that? Life is going to bless her, that little female, take her to the next level and take her to the next levels to one day she's going to be able to go into that restaurant with the type of men and be able to blend in. Some of y'all be bringing Aishas, Keishas, the Colombian version of Aisha, Keisha, and LaWanda into some of the most best 5-star, 6-star restaurants in all of Brazil. That Brazilian that you took her to that restaurant ain't never walked in that restaurant a day in her life. And the only Brazilians that you see that look like her in that restaurant all work in the kitchen, washing dishes and cooking food. You don't see no other Brazilian that look like her and act like her at any of the tables. And you guys will actually sit up here and take a female because she looked like a 9 and a 10, but she's a beautiful bottom feeder. She don't know nothing about that. And the funny part is, here in Colombia, she would have been happy if you took her to a mom and pop restaurant. You'd have got the coochie in. One of my favorite quotes before we move on to the next one is Taylor Made Dreams. Taylor Made Dreams said this: the females that y'all come to DR to spoil are the same ones that I could smash behind the house that has a tin roof. The same females that y'all come to DR and spoil are the same women that I could take behind a house and smash, a house with a tin roof, and smash her. The same females that y'all come to DR and Western Union poppy and send money to every month. And I'm not talking about all DR women. We all know this. There's some great women in DR, just like any other part of the world. But the ones that y'all like to spoil. Taylor Made Dreams said, man, them heifers, I could take them behind a house with a tin roof and beat their brakes in. Who would know better? You who visit or Taylor Made Dreams that lives there? Start treating yourself like you deserve it, gentlemen. You get off these planes in these countries, you are a top 10%er. Act like it. Sleep with women on that level. Remember, I just told you about 90% of the women that I've dealt with in Colombia were all professionals. Ready? Guess what? They had big butts and big breasts too. I know it's blowing your mind that a woman that can read a book actually can have big breasts and big butts too. I know it's blowing your mind that a woman that can have several degrees can get fire head too. I know it's blowing your mind that for you to sit back and think that a woman that during the daytime she's a politician and at night she's letting you give her anal. I know it's just blowing your mind. You can't fathom that thought that the woman that's the assistant to the mayor will let you beat her up in the staff bathroom. It just blows you can't fathom that thought, can you? But you can see yourself with an average broke Colombiana, and she giving you fire head. But you could never imagine a female that's a school principal taking it to the face. And I mean that. A lot of you guys can't fathom that thought. That a woman that's the school principal can take it to the face. You buy a yellow Corvette. You buy the lowest level woman, in other words. You buy a yellow Corvette. As soon as you pull it off the parking lot, what are you going to be seeing for the next year? Yellow Corvettes everywhere that you never noticed before. If you keep on dealing with beautiful bottom feeders, the bottom 10% of women, that's all you're going to attract, because that's all you're going to notice. As soon as you start messing around with who you are, a top 10%er in Brazil, a top 10%er in Argentina, a top 10%er in Chile, in Paraguay, in Uruguay, dealing with Venezuelans. They don't wait. Y'all be, what? You know how many Venezuelans I'd have been with that actually when they were in Venezuela, they were doing something? And here in even the Venezuelans that I did mess with, they came to Colombia and they had a decent job. I mean, really nice job. But then they were telling me their story about when they were in Venezuela and what they owned and how many pieces of real estate they owned and how they were generational wealth. But then the economy just destroyed everything for their family. So that's why they came to Colombia. But in Venezuela, they were this, that, and this. They were doctor this, attorney that, architect this. But y'all would rather smash the Venezuelan chicks that are fine with the big booty and the big breasts. But then complain when you don't get quality. Like I said, I'm not talking to vacation dudes. It don't matter who you listen. A vacation dude don't care about, and I was like that. I didn't care about how smart a woman was on vacation. As long as she got a big butt, big breasts, and she could take it to the face, I'm good. So I can relate. But I'm talking about us men that said that, you know, I've been to Colombia 6, 7, 8, 9 times. I've been in Brazil 7, 8 times. I'm just looking for somebody, or at least 2 women that's quality and good women. Bruh, you are not going to find that dealing with beautiful bottom feeders. It's going to take you forever trying to find you a fine Venezuelan that actually got some dang sense in her head among the bottom feeders. You crazy. Venezuelans tend to speak better English than local Colombians. Absolutely correct. And I know some gorgeous Venezuelans, even Afro Venezuelans. And yes, when they speak English, yes, they are very articulate. He's correct. From my experience. Shout out to you, T-Mac. Let's get to the super chats real quick. Let's scroll down. Thank you guys for reminding me about the horseback riders as well. Yeah, Rodeo Gap. Yep, that was her. Will Thrill says, "Here I looked up and found a Colombian woman who owns her own house and apartments and still works." I wouldn't doubt that at all. You know why? Because that's the circle that I would normally run in. Bruh, the last sister that I was with before meeting Andrea, This sister owned, true story, 29 years old, was finishing off her degree. You know me, I like that height. 5'8". Man, this sister was chocolate fine. She owned two houses in a building that just got bought. She owned two. It was like a 2-family flat type of thing. She owned the top, and she lived at the top. She rented out the bottom, and she owned another building that was top and bottom, and she owned a storefront in Colombia. 29 years old. Will is 100% correct. I'm proof that you can meet women in Colombia that got something going on about themselves. Now, was everybody I smashed? Was I running resumes and everything? No, ain't nobody saying that. I'm not saying that the only women that you should hit and you should bust on her face are women that got a resume. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying that when you start to get a little bit more serious about your endeavors in these South American countries, you might want to have 1 or 2 decent women in your roster and not just a bunch of raggedy bitches in your roster. Like I tell you, some of you guys, y'all be asking me and Andre to go on double dates, and we be like, hell no. First of all, I don't know your girl, and I don't know your taste. If I don't know your girl and I don't know your taste, no. You will not be introducing my wife. Listen, would you let me introduce your girl to any type of girl in the United States? Your girl who you love, your girl who's been your right hand. You been her right hand. Would you let me introduce your girl to any raggedy chick in the United States? No. But wait a minute, we double dating, right? Well, if you are man enough to protect your girl in the States from your boy, even if it's your boy, introducing your girl or bringing your girl around some raggedy chick in the States, why is it that guys act so surprised when I do it here in Colombia? No, I do not let y'all just bring some of anything around my wife. Hell no. And I'm going to tell y'all something. The few of y'all that tried to, we laughing. Me and Andre will get in that car, get in that truck after dinner with you guys and come with 50 jokes for 50 weeks. Laughing. Because you brought around me and you brought around my wife some broke street chick that can't even hold a conversation. Okay.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Shout out to my brother in the building. He said, young lady met, the young lady you met in the store from Alaska, would you consider her a high value or high quality woman, even though you smashed easily? If she was easy. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care how many degrees or education or goals or competence, because most of us men don't care nothing about a woman's money anywhere, no matter where she is. But if she doesn't come with quality and you smashed her that easy, she ain't quality, man. You can keep her in your phone. She an easy smash for the future, but yeah, she ain't coming with that quality. Well, maybe she's attracted to me. She let you smash because that's proof she attracted to you. But nah. And the young lady that I met that owned the apartment complexes, I didn't smash that easy. And any woman that was quality that I was with in Colombia, Andrea, dude, you know how many women in Colombia told me wait? Bruh, you know how many times, dude, I am Andre Spence, the one night stand guru. If I can't get it in one night, it can't. All right. I'm gonna tell you how good I am with my skills. You ready? You know one of the fastest coochies I ever got? It was a customer service agent that called the wrong number. Huh? Humming you can hear. True story. I'm at home. I get a phone call. Customer service agent is looking for somebody. I said, that person doesn't live here. I said, but your voice sounds amazing. Thank you, blah, 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 blah. Dude, we were on the phone for about 15, 20 minutes. I said, so here's what you're going to do. Tomorrow, could you do me a favor? What do you need, sir? I need for you to make the same mistake again tomorrow and call this phone number. Come to find out, fast forward, this female was in Orlando. Guess who ended up beating it up that weekend? Never saw her. She was a customer service agent that dialed the wrong number. Bruh, when I saw her in Orlando, she was fine. I was like, hey. Now, I could have just, because Orlando's like 40 minutes, 45 minutes from Tampa anyway, same freeway. I could have just shot back to Tampa. Man, I'm about to get this Miss Customer Service Agent. And broke her back in. Oh, yes, I did. Thank you for the wrong call. So we talking about Andre that's gonna get it. That Andre. Dre the Ripper. Okay? We talking about Dre the Ripper. Now, I'm not Dre the Ripper anymore. But you know how many quality women told me, wait. And then when Andre was like, wait. Because they didn't want to be seen like the other ladies. They didn't want to be seen like the easy women. So they'd be like, they would purposely tell me, they say, we're going to go out at least 2 times, at least 3 times. Then you can get it. I kid you not. It was always like that, like 2 or 3 times, bam, you can get it. 2 or 3 times, bam, you can get it. 2 or 3 times, bam, you can get it. But that giving it up to a total stranger, one night stand in it, those professional women were not giving it up like that. So if a brother got a chance to smash a female, no matter how professional she claimed she was, on the first night, you got it? No, she ain't high quality. And I'm just being hypothetical if that was the scenario. I'm not saying that was your scenario, but I'm just saying hypothetical. Shout out to T-Mac once again. He said, it's a learning experience. He said you splurge when you first arrive until you learn better. Absolutely correct. Good point. He said the normal women who know that you are good with a rappy date in Netflix. Yeah. Normal women, and he's absolutely correct. Normal women that are good women in Colombia that know you just a cool dude and will let you smash it after that second, third date. All they want is rappy with some Netflix, and you're gonna be smashing. True story. But you ain't gonna be smashing that first night. Not no professional woman. Not a woman that's about herself. You ain't. They do not play that in Colombia. At least in Colombia. I've heard different in Brazil, but in Colombia, because they don't want to be seen as the other women that do let y'all smash the first night. They like, I ain't get all these degrees and learn English as a second language and act like I got some sense in my head just so you dudes can come down here and smash me the first night like you smashed them ignorant chicks from the other side of the city. No, you got to wait a couple dates, and you wait, and they smash, and you have a ball. Jeff in Brazil says this. Shout out to you, Jeff, being here. We got 146 people in the building. Click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too. Jeff says, how you doing, brother Andre? He said, yeah, man. He said the brothers that come to Brazil, they always stick together. He said they don't like to mix with the locals. That's a bad move. He said my Brazilian friends say only cops stick together. That's a good point. Shout out to Mimi in the building. Representing the ladies. Shout out to Mimi and the chocolatey Mimi. Shout out to the chocolate sisters in the building. Mimi says this. She said, my nephew was one of the almost victims in Colombia. I'm glad he didn't get got, sister. Say, not a passport, bro. He's not a passport, bro. The host set him up. The Airbnb host. Thanks goodness that he made it home. I'm glad that he did. And if I heard his whole story, I could tell you how it happened step by step, because many of us have heard his story, Mimi, plenty of times from guys that did get got and the guys that didn't make it back home except for in body bags. When you guys don't treat yourself, and that's in Mimi's nephew's situation, if you guys don't put yourselves in a situation and treat yourselves as if you are a top 10%er when you're getting off that plane, and you keep walking among the bottom 10%ers that are looking at you as if they were hungry zombies, bruh, you can't do that in the States. Okay. I said this during a consultation. You're a top 10%er. Ask Nipsey Hussle what hanging out with the bottom 10% got him. Ask some of these other young rappers. What's the one that was in the one young rapper that got killed during the dice game? Y'all know I don't know nothing about the rap game in the United States anymore. Offset, was that him or Quavo? I don't know which one. Got killed, got deleted during the dice game. You are in the top 10% economically. At least the top 15. What are you doing in a hood doing a dice game like we used to do when we were in high school on the corners? Look what that got him. Some people who are of the upper echelon, I'm not talking about be bougie. I'm not saying being bougie. I'm just saying you have to be wise. The more money you make and the more of a how can I say it, as far as mindset, the more you become a part of the intelligentsia, the less you're going to be around these particular individuals. I'm going to tell you guys something. I'll never forget this. A brother told me this. And I mentioned this before, and he was right. He said, Andre, you're going to come to a fork in the road. And I said, what do you mean, brother? He said, you're going to come in the fork in the road whether you want to be around ninjas or whether you want to be around black people. He said, but Andre, you can't be around both. I said, what you mean? My people. I said, your people. He said, your people can either be ninjas or they could be black people. Andre, you can't have both. He said, I'm telling you now, if you try to blend, hang around with some ninjas, but yet still be with progressive, upward mobile, trying to do something with their life, everyday hardworking black people, it ain't gonna work itself out, Dre. You're gonna have to learn, because remember, I'm a street dude. That's all I knew was the streets. So I not only had to learn to let the streets go for me, but I had to learn that my job was, like Jay-Z said, I can't help them if I'm one of them. My job is to get out the streets and help my fellow brothers and sisters that are still of the struggle, but not to be a part of the struggle. So I had a choice. He said, Dre, you gonna either come to, and I'm okay, all right, cool. And he never lied. And as years progressed, I found myself standing there one day at the fork of the road. Andre, are you gonna still be around ninjas all the time, or are you gonna just help the ninjas that want to get help? But for the most part, Andre, are you going to be around black people? Positive black men, positive black women. But you cannot be around ninja sisters and ninja brothers and think your life going to continue to progress the way that it is. Make up your mind, Andre, today. What do you want to be? And I decided to be around black people. And for the ninjas that wanted to have help to get out of being ninjas, I was always there. But I decided, You guys know me. I don't hang around with no ninjas in here in this country. I wasn't hanging out with ninjas in the States. There are certain neighborhoods you will never see me in again, ever. Why? Y'all, your hood pass revoked. You can have this This damn hood pass tore my life up and got me 10 years in the prison. You think I'm about to tear this damn, just rip this hood, just rip it in half? Can't nobody, I don't care about no brother or sister trying to tell me your hood, you ain't down no more. You done sold out. I don't give a damn what y'all gotta say. That's ninja talk. Because when I'm around black people, they're always good work, brother. Or we got a project that we're working on that we'd like you to be a part of. Hey, we're coming together and we're volunteering this weekend. You want to join us, Andre? That's how black people was talking. Ninjas was always, they were always focused on activity and not education or development. What do I mean by activity? Hey, bro, you want to come over for some drinks? That's all ninja talk about. Hey, Jay, what you want? Hey, Dre, we about to meet up at so-and-so. You want to meet up with us? That's what ninjas were talking about. Black people are always trying to do something better and progress and make things better for themselves as well as the rest of the country. Ninjas were always trying to tear some stuff down, and I'm along with them ninjas. The ninjas were always emotional to where black people were like, let me think about that for a minute. Ninjas was always fighting and shooting and creating negative situations. When I was a ninja, the police stopped me and there was some issues every time. When I became a black man in the United States, when the police stopped me, it was always a conversation. We're talking about kids, family, dogs. Well, Andre, and I'll never forget this one time in Indiana. They pulled me over. He said, well, I don't have a problem with your vehicle. I don't have a problem with you. He said, but do you mind if we get our dog and go around your car? I say, bruh, I have never did drugs a day in my life. First of all, I say your dog got more drugs in his nostrils right now than I would have in my trunk the whole time I've owned this vehicle. Do what you want to do. And by the time the dog got done walking around doing his thing, because I'm a college recruiter at this time period. So I started talking about what it took if you want to be an officer, not just a new recruit, but if you want to advance, what degrees would you need? No, I said, listen, I want to get some information from you guys. We exchanging cards and everything. Why? I'm a black man. I stopped acting like a ninja when the police stopped me. Now, do the police in the United States still act a fool on many black men? Oh, yes, they do. On many black women? Oh, yes, they do. Remember the young one, sister? I forgot it was Texas or somewhere in the South a few years back. She's on her way to go teach at a college. Next thing you know, within 48 hours, this sister is incarcerated right down the road from the college that she's about to go to school and teach in. And she ends up in a prison cell deleted and ain't nobody know nothing. So I'm not saying being a black man that you alleviate everything, but I'm just saying that at the end of the day, when I became a black man, I noticed the difference between how many times and how frequent I was being bothered by the hot boys, the police, compared to when I was a ninja. I'm thinking about how many times I worried when the police pulled me over as a black man compared to a ninja. Because a ninja, I got 5 warrants waiting for me. I'm driving dirty license. Come on, let's be real. I'm driving a dirty driver's license. I got 15 speeding tickets. When I was a ninja, man, I'm constantly in front of some judge's face. But then when I decided to become a black man, did I get a couple of tickets? Yeah. But was it when I was like a ninja? No. Not at all. Not at all. There's a big difference. Big difference. And you should realize, thank you very much. You said it was Takeoff of Migos. Thank you very much. You guys know I've been gone so long, so I don't hear, rap every day like back home. Sometimes we just put ourselves in situations we have no business being there. And some of y'all come down here as top 10 percenters in Colombia, in Brazil, and all these other locations, and you make the mistake of caravanning, hanging out with the women that are beautiful as ever and are the biggest scam artists there are. He said, be more selective with where you go and who you share your energy with. So correct, brother. So correct. Is it Quavo? Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Tom, being here. He said, Dre, you're right. You're preaching. He said, and I'm letting you know how right. He said, I'm letting you know you're right. But a big butt and a smile, never trust them. Never trust them. But the part that gets me is myself and other brothers are living proof that you could come to Colombia and meet quality sisters and others. And they still got a big butt and a smile for you. You ain't got to go through them headaches, man. I'll be saying y'all dudes scratch the back of y'all head like Martin, like, what am I doing wrong? And I won't even lie. I can't pretend to go on YouTube or Instagram and TikTok and tell some horror stories about South America because I don't run in your circles. And you shouldn't be running in them. Oh man, y'all brothers deserve better, man. If y'all don't get anything from this live stream, realize you deserve so much better. Let's go to number 3. We already talked about number 1 mistake that guys are making when it comes to coming to South America as a foreigner. Number 1 was don't make the mistake and think beauty equals beauty, because a person can be beautiful on the outside but not as beautiful on the inside. Number 2, forgetting that you are a 10%er. Number 3, not realizing that the vacation you is different from the relocation you. Never, ever move to a country because it was so much fun when you were on vacation. How many of y'all moved to Vegas because y'all got a winning streak at a crap game or playing blackjack in Vegas, and so you were on a winning streak and you walked away with $15,000, $20,000 that weekend? Did you move to Vegas? How about all you guys that went to New York and you loved the food that was there, the energy, the people, everything was going great? Did you move to New York because of your vacation? Oh, you didn't? How about you guys that went down to Louisiana and you had some great seafood? Did you move to Louisiana because the seafood was great? You didn't do that? Then why the hell you moving to South America because your vacation in Rio was good? How they treated you that weekend in Colombia was good. You don't do that mess in the States. Why bring that mentality to South America? What am I saying? What I'm saying is this: don't let the vacation you make the decisions that the relocation you needs to be making. Because all the F-ups that the vacation you make, relocation you has to pay the penalty for those. All the stupid, you moved into the wrong area, or you moved into the wrong city, or you moved into the wrong country in South America. Why? Because the vacation you had so much fun in that location. I had a great time in Medellin, in Cartagena. Those was my vacation cities in Colombia when I first came here. Guess where I end up relocating to? To Cali. 40% less. I get a bigger bang for my buck, only $600 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, giant balcony, breeze blowing through, all this beautiful sunlight. This is a $5,000 a month apartment in the United States. 6th floor. I got neighbors from the States that have been living here for the longest. We're in the upper middle class neighborhood. You see where I'm going with that? Now, the vacation Andre would have said, I'm moving to Medellin. I'm staying in, this is my city. I love me some Medellin. This is the one. I'm moving to Rio. Man, ain't nothing like Rio. And if you notice, from the Austin Hollimans all the way to other YouTubers and content creators that moved to Brazil, most of them don't even live in the tourist area that they originally went to. In other words, the vacation them and the relocation them are two totally different people. Always remember that about yourself. There's going to be a vacation you that's going to have a great time in a particular city. That doesn't mean that that city is your relocation city, even though that may be your relocation country. Don't make that mistake. Let's go to the next one. He said, you looking menacing in Colombia ID. Hey, they told me don't smile in my ID, man. Like my driver's license. I don't look too bad in my my L. I don't look too bad. But then yeah, I did. You know what? And this is my boy. My boy was the one that took my photo. Shout out to my man Joe. He was the one that took my photo for my ID, right? And he asked me, he said, Andre, you want to take another picture? I was like, nah, I'm good. I from what you guys are saying, I should have went on ahead and took the other picture, took another picture instead of looking like my prison ID. I should have took another photo. Shout out to you guys for letting me know. Shout out to Corey being in the building as well, gentlemen. Love your channel. Love that you guys are here. Love that you guys are here. Shout out to you guys being here. And my man Will said this. Will the Thrill says this. He's because they got caught up in the gush gush. Yeah. It ain't nothing wrong with the gush gush, brother. I'm a gush gush advocate. I'm with you guys. Do you, brother? Just because I'm married, that does not mean that I don't support the single men out there enjoying their lives, or you guys that aren't married and you're in good relationships, or you guys that are polygamous to where you got more than one girl in a relationship going. I'm with you guys. I support all that you guys are doing. If you're a pay-for-play dude and you're paying for ladies, I support what you do. Just be safe about all that. But at the end of the day, I kid you not, don't get caught up with treating women on a lower level. How many of you guys have heard of, outside of Richard Gere in the movie Pretty Woman, how many guys have you heard in the States actually meet a woman that was a prostitute in the streets of LA, or in the streets, I'm putting it in the streets of New York, in the streets of Oakland? She's in the streets of Atlanta, streets of Detroit. I mean, in the streets, back alley, coming out like in the movie Hustle and Flow, like the young white girl in the movie Hustle and Flow that was working for Terrence Howard in them streets. How many have you seen a brother try to take one of them ladies, clean her up, tell her, I'll give you a monthly allowance as long as you don't pay for play your body anymore. I'll pay for school for you. I'll make sure that you have opportunities until you find yourself a job. I'll make sure that you and your 2 kids are well taken care of. How many of us have seen that in the States? Oh, you ain't? Maybe 1 or 2 anomalies are out there, but for the most part, no. Can I ask you guys a question? Why the hell are y'all coming to Colombia and Brazil and DR and Thailand and trying to take prostitutes and turn these women into housewives? How many times have we heard guys say this? I've been sending her $300-400 a month, so she does. I got partners that send money to women that I've had to talk off the cliff. sent money to women in Colombia to try to convince her out of prostitution. Was she only doing it for the money? Did y'all ever think that there are women out there that just like a lot of sex and a lot of variety of sex, and they don't just do it for the money? They do it for the money is great, but hey, they'd have been doing that if they just had a bunch of boyfriends also. Are there women in the United States sometimes that throw their bodies around like luggage? Then why y'all don't think that women in other countries, some of them, just some, throw their bodies around like luggage? And you guys will come here to South America and y'all would tell these women, I'll send you every month $300, Maria, as long as you stop selling your body and just love me. But you wouldn't do that in the States. You got to stop doing that, brother. Brother. Ooh. What's that? Ooh, brother. You got to stop doing that. Some of you guys are listening to me right now. We got 147 people here right now. Guys, we have to be a little bit more mature in how we use our proceeds, our money that you work so hard for. So once again, number 3 is realize that there's a vacation you and that there's a relocation you if you decide to relocate. And don't let the vacation you make the decisions for the relocation you. Let's go to the next one. This is a great consultation. Number 4, there's only one type of blackness. Either you're black or you're not in the United States. In the United States, you are light-skinned black, dark-skinned black. You are Southern black, Northern black. You are FBA, foundational Black American, or you just regular old, everyday, hardworking black folk. That's in the United States. No matter what our complexions, we usually kind of fall up under the same umbrella of the black struggle. Struggle love as a country, as a unit, as a people. Then you come to Colombia and or Brazil and or Cambodia and or other countries. And I know Cambodia is in Southeast Asia, but that is a country that has a huge population of sisters and brothers that are of our hue. And we fail to realize how they define black is completely different. There are 5 different types of being called black in South America. And I've seen some of you guys be some of the most embarrassing, insulting people I have ever seen in my life. You got sisters like Paola that go on live streams and will talk to like she went on Austin Holloman's. And the first thing y'all say is, do South American women like, I'm so tired of hearing y'all ask that dumb question. Do South American women like black men? There are more black women in South America than in North America. Do you ask that question in North America? You don't. So in North America, you don't, that has the population of black women that they do. You don't ask those sisters, do they like black men? You don't? I know you got anomalies of a few sisters that say, I don't date black men, but I'm talking about most black women, cameras off. These cameras are off. Most black women in the United States love brothers, right? So you don't question it. If it's more sisters in South America, just in Brazil alone, not including the Afro-Venezuelan, not including Suriname, a whole black country, not including Guyana, another whole black country outside of those that are from East Indian descent, not including the 7 million Afro-Colombians here in this country. All those sisters are interested in you. And what do you say? The stupidest thing I've ever heard. So So do Colombia women like black men? What the do you think? What do you think? Do you think black women in the United States love black men? Then what do you think that black women in other countries still gonna enjoy? Where there are those that like that. I know how some of y'all think. There are those that like the white man. That's everywhere around the world. I'm talking about cameras off, average. We talk about norm on this channel. Normal people, normal sisters like brothers, no matter where you're coming from. And in Colombia alone, there's at least 5. I know I could name off at least 3 or 4 of them. You got those of the Congo, African descent, came over here through slavery. You got those. You got those that, number 2 is those that came over on the boat, but also mixed in their DNA through, physical activities. And so you have part Spaniard, part African descent. Then the third one that I remember, at least I remember, are those that have their bloodline that are of African descent, but their parents and grandparents and great-great-great-great-grandparents blended in with the indigenous from the Amazon jungle, like Paola, who doesn't have the same blackness, but she's got that like the Brazilian tone, that Brazilian tan. Or if she was in North America, she would be considered more of a Native American red undertone tint that she has. But she just as black as you are. She just so happened to have hers blend with the indigenous from the Amazon jungle and the Africans from Africa, from the ships. But y'all don't realize that it's more than one type of black around the world. And so you insult yourself by assuming that black is black is black. And then if a sister says, well, I'm black as you are. No, you're not. Why? You don't look like us. Well, I got news for you. The way God set this planet up, every form of blackness does not look like the North American black. I'm going to say this again. Every form of blackness does not look like the North American black. There are some of us that have brown tones. There are some of us that, like in Africa, that have truly dark tones, almost like a bluish black tone. There are those that, like Paola, that have a red Indian tone. You could tell that they're of a native descent. But then you got those that are like Maya, Afro Wahita, that she's light skinned with this giant Afro curly hair. You could tell that her family comes from, or at least in her bloodline, it's black and northern, from Spain, Spanish descent. That's where she gets that really light skin complexion. You gotta respect we are so disrespectful to our South American brothers and sisters when it comes to the different form of black that exists, because it doesn't match our one definition of blackness. And so we don't think that the others are part of the struggle. Well, she's of indigenous descent. She doesn't understand what it's like to be a black person. Well, he's black, but he's black and with a Spanish descent. He doesn't understand the real struggle. While I'm sitting up here watching every day, and Andre and I were talking about this today, we talk about how black people in other countries don't understand the struggle of being black. But at the same time, I get up every morning to go for a run. I'm watching black people come from the black neighborhoods to be maids and dog walkers in my neighborhood. Bruh, when was the last time y'all saw some real maids, some real black maids outside of a movie? I'm serious. I'm like some real work for somebody of a complexion other or a culture other than ours, walking a dog, picking up the poop, cleaning up the house, taking care of the lawn, cooking the food, a real maid. When was the last time we saw one that was a sister or a brother being a butler? We don't know nothing about that on no regular. but it still happens in South America. I say this to brothers that are coming to South America. Hey, stop asking that stupid question. Do people or women in South America like black men? Yes, they do. And if you ain't got the confidence for it, don't blame it on the fact that they don't like it. Just tell the truth and blame the fact that you ain't got no confidence to walk up on that woman and say, hello, is it me you're looking for? Just because you can't say, excuse me, miss, what's your name? Where you from? Can I come? Can I take you out tonight? To a movie, to a park? I have you home before. Because you can't say that, don't blame it on she just don't like black men. No, you just ain't got the balls to walk up to that woman. And you just don't want to put it on your character, but you want to put it on her culture. I see how you guys do it down here. When you come down here, don't do that. Sisters love brothers around the world. So stop asking that stupid question. I'm so tired of every time a brother put a sister on camera in Peru, or a sister on camera in Chile, or in Brazil, or in Colombia. The first dumb question y'all ask her, do Colombians like black women? Ask her, do Afro-Brazilians like black men? Ask the black Chilean, do those sisters like black men? Stop that stupid stuff, man. I'm serious. That's uncalled for. And it doesn't make us look good. It makes us look insecure, even though mentally and economically, you get off the plane in the top 10% anyway. So for you to ask that insecure question, I don't get it. Stop asking that question. I see y'all do that all the time on panels, man. That's not cool. Next one. So realize there's more than one form of blackness. And since we talked about that, let's go to number 5. Your form of racism, the mistake that guys think that we make when we go to other countries, is that we assume our form of racism is the only form of racism. Do realize in many countries, nationality comes first. I heard Angry Man say this the other day. Black people have been in the United States, one of the biggest problems that we had, and that has held us back in the United States in every area, and he's 100% correct. One of the areas that has held us back in the United States is the fact that it has been so hard for us to admit that we are Americans. Most of you guys have never heard anybody call you an American until you left America. I know it was, he American. I was just in the grocery store a few days ago, right? And the sister was trying to explain, she was behind the counter. She was trying to explain something to me, just something simple. She was trying to explain that the gum that I purchased was 2 for $1. I understood most of what she was saying, but the last part I didn't understand. And so I started explaining to her, I'm Americana, mi español es muy mal, my Spanish is bad. And so she slowed down, started saying it just a little slower, and explaining to me what was going on, and I picked it up. I could say that I was American. In the United States, we don't think like that. Not as black people. Oh, we know it. We know 4th of July, but we ain't got no flags around the house like that. Angry Man was right. One of the things that does hold us back as black Americans is the fact that we don't realize that we're Americans just as much as we're black people. Fast forward to South America. They are taught nationality first. Then skin and all that is like third. Nationality comes first. Ethnicity comes second. Meaning I'm Afro Indigenous. I'm Afro Spaniard. I'm Afro I'm complete African, meaning that my family came from the Congo area, and I still hold those, the same bloodline of when we came from the ships. Ethnicity comes second. Nationality. Now, Colombians, you see, no matter what color you are, everybody rocking the yellow, the blue, the blue, and the red. Everybody. They will brag about being Colombian no matter what color they are. Nationality comes first. Same thing in Brazil, same thing in Portugal. I mean, not Portugal, but same thing in Peru. Nationality, they're raised to think about their nationality first, to whereas we were raised to think about our race first. That's why it just blows the Americans' mind that Dominicans will talk about being Dominican first and not talk about being black first. And y'all just hate it. But you black, bro. No, I'm Dominican. Yeah, I get that, but you black first. No, I'm Dominican. Bro, you look like me. Bro, I'm Dominican. Why? Their nationality is what's entrenched in them, like our blackness is entrenched in us first. Why am I saying all this? We have to learn to, if you're going to go to these other countries to visit, vacate, or relocate, you have to respect the fact that these black people, your brothers and sisters in South America, have been raised to think about their nationality first, their ethnicity second, then race comes third. To whereas in the United States, our ethnicity and our race are one. And then our being American comes next. We have only two categories. Ethnicity and race are one. Being black is an ethnicity to us in the United States, as well as a race to us in the United States. And our nationality, yes, we're Americans. We only have two. We blended black into two, ethnicity and to a race. That's how much it's important to us. None of us in the United States really don't talk about where we're from Africa. Where you really from? No, I'm American. I'm from America. But in other countries in South America, it's different. It's flipped. Your nationality is first, ethnicity is second, your race comes third. So when you hear people talk like that, respect that. Respect it. Don't try to shout Dominicans down for what you don't understand, how they were raised. How could you see that? They're looking at you like, how could you not see that? Oh, you're an American that didn't know that you were American. Oh, okay, I got you, black people. See, I'm a Dominican, and I knew that I was Dominican first. I'm Colombian, and I knew I was Colombian first. I'm Brazilian, and I knew I was Brazilian first. You're American, and they told you you were black first. And I think more Americans are more African Americans or black people from America are slowly, while you're in the States, embracing being called an American and enjoying being an American while in the States. But for most of us black people, we never heard somebody tell us that you're American. I never heard it. I don't know about you guys. Ain't nobody ever called, not a day in my life, anybody ever called me an American or treated me like I was American or made me feel like I was an American while I was in America. Soon as I step off a plane in another country, nobody talked about my blackness. Now, to this day, even among black people, who am I? In Colombia, that's the American. In Brazil, the American. When we're in Europe, that's the American. When we're in Mexico, American. No matter where I go among my people, I am not called the black guy. Oh, he's another brother. No, I'm the brother from America. And you guys get that same treatment too. And you notice like, man, I guess I am American. I am American, red, white, and blue. But you didn't feel that pride while you were in the States. Why? Because we were raised to believe in our race and our ethnicity first, which is black. Nothing wrong with that, but it's just how it is. And other countries were raised differently. Nothing wrong with that. It's just how it is. Shout out to you guys being here. My man Tim Howard says, the magic term, SYSBM, save yourself, black man. He said, Dominicans can sometimes deny their own blackness. But remember, why? See, we look at how they deny it or push back on it, and sometimes they do. And I heard about in Dominican, they want to whitewash the race and all that stuff. I heard Dominican, a black family say that. I understand that. But I'm just talking about, I'm talking the macro, not the micro situations. On the grand scheme of things, the reason why Dominicans don't focus as much on their race as much as we do, because they were raised to focus on their nationality first. And we have to, and what I'm saying is, let's just at least respect the fact that there are black people in other countries that were taught to focus on nationalities first. Because you know what? They do that to you. Go to the Dominican Republic. Go to the Republica of Dominica today. Are they going to call you black first, or are they going to call you an American first? That's what I thought. Go to Brazil. There's 14.5 million, almost 15 million black Brazilians. Are they going to call you black first or an American first? Come on down to Colombia. Do they treat you like you are black first among your people? Or do they treat you like the American first? Why? Because they were raised to notice their nationality first, and they will automatically focus on your nationality first, not your ethnicity first, not your race first. But we were raised the other way around. All I'm saying is, one of the mistakes that we're making is that we're not respecting how others see blackness compared to us. We will put them down, talk about them, we will mock them, do comedy skits, and just how many times have we seen comedy skits of people talking about Dominicans, talking about they denied their blackness, not understanding that they were raised to think about their nationality first. Oh man, Eli says this. He said only time we are called American is when we're playing sports. Yep. The American soccer team, not the American Dream Team. Yeah. Yeah, they got skin bleaching going on down there. Absolutely correct. He said Americans don't think of America or America first. That's true, because they never had a country before that that truly accepted them. Yeah, that could be. But all I'm saying is, let's, at least when we go to these other countries, let's respect how they see themselves and see you. If it's not a negative thing how they see you, I mean, I don't think it's negative. And maybe you guys may do or don't. I don't think that it's negative that a Brazilian sees me as an American first, and she's just black as I am. She sees me as an American first and doesn't see me as black first. Now they see us as black, like the brotherhood, togetherness, just my people. They see us as that, but they see us as Americans first. And the blackness is just a given. Come on, Dre, you black like me. That's a given to them. But the nationality, you're an American, Andre. Embrace it. Embrace it, brethren. Let's go on to the next one. We're almost done, gentlemen and ladies. Relocating to another country is easy. That's a big myth that a lot of guys have. Relocating to another country is easy. My brother JJ says the same thing in on the continent of Africa. The biggest mistake that a lot of guys are making is that you assume that you could just wave a magic wand or go straight to the microwave and you could just pop citizenship and visas, and you could just walk into countries in 15 minutes flat. Or you watch channels like this one or Ace Live or Flyboy Way, and sometimes it seems a little easier than what it is. It's not easy being patient to wait your time to be able to leave out. What I mean, sometimes you got to be patient with getting your money up, not just for vacationing, but relocating now. Sometimes you got to make sure that you get your life insurance taken care of before you leave. Making sure you got your international, I was going to say this again, for you guys that don't do it, international medical insurance. International medical insurance. That's what you need to have to get your visa approved in most countries. Not your regular medical insurance. International, Google it, medical insurance. It'll take a minute to do all that. It'll take a minute to decide on which country you want to move to. It'll take a minute what city and what side of the city you want to move to. Like me and Andrea, we're not moving south, even though the south side is really nice as well. But everything on the south side, there's nothing in walking distance. And then the type of apartments that we like, they're high up on the hills. So if Andrea's going with the truck, I'm not going to be walking down no hill just to try to get to a store. No. So now I'm stranded in a beautiful home on top of a hill because my wife is going with the truck. No. If Andrea leaves here on the north side, everything is over here. The gym memberships, the grocery stores, the restaurants, the clubs, everything is over here. And I'm talking about the best of the best. So I don't have to worry about it. So you even have to remember not only the country you're going to move to, why, other than the vacation you. I'm talking about the relocation you. Don't let the vacation you make these decisions. What country? What city in that? What city in that country? Why? What side of the city you want to live on? Why? That's what you want to ask yourself. Don't make the mistake of, because I know guys that have actually moved to Colombia, and I know one brother, he moved to Barranquilla during the pandemic, made good money. He was teaching English to just regular everyday students around the world, but he was teaching English online also to executives here in Colombia that want to learn English. So he not only became an English teacher, but he started negotiating on behalf of their businesses, and he was getting contracts to teach staff members English in Colombia. This brother was doing great. Guess where his heart was? Brazil. Guess where he eventually moved to? Even though he thought Colombia was the place to be. Brazil. And his business, since it was online, he took it to Brazil with him. You've got guys that used to live in DR, such as Chapapa TV. Shout out to that brother. You could have swore Chapapa was going to, like Taylor Made Dreams, live the DR life forever. Where did Chapapa move to about 3 or 4 years ago? Brazil. So you're going to always have to decide on what city, what location that you're going to be moving to. Yeah. And the last one, number 7. Not all cities and countries are created equal inside that country or inside that continent. Once again, number 7 is not all cities and countries are created equal. You might think that America is the best country there is. In some cases it is, many cases our country isn't the best. That's just stats. You can just look up like 15, 20 different things in which America is not the best. Okay, here we go. America does not rank in the top 20 countries for the happiest countries. United States doesn't rank in the top 15 countries when it comes to emotional intelligence. No, it doesn't. United States only ranks a number 69 of 104 countries when it comes to healthcare. When it comes to healthcare, United States is only number 69. Colombia is number 36. When it comes to foods, there are over 116 foods in the United States that are illegal to sell in another country. That includes American chicken, cannot be sold in another country, American beef, American pork, as well as American any other meats that are made in or raised in America cannot be sold in another country. America ranks number 14 in the world for Wi-Fi. We are not number 1, number 14. We're not even in the top 10. America is considered the most, if in the top 3 most expensive countries in the world to live. America is the only country in the world that does not have medical leave, national family medical leave. I want to say this again. Certain states have FMLA. Yes. America is the only developed country in the world that does not have, by federal law, family medical leave for families, especially women that are having their babies. They don't get 4 months off. They don't get 2, 3, 4 months off. They don't get 6 months off like in many countries. America is the only developed country in the world that doesn't have benefits for when a woman has a baby. She gets all these paid days off. Only one. Even Colombia has that. Even New Guinea has that. Think about the Congo, Rwanda. They have something, family medical leave, by federal law. And I could run down more and more and more and more from everything from how expensive medical is in the United States, yet United States ranks also number 6 in the world for malpractice lawsuits. In other words, America ranks number 6 for leaving parts or items in a human body after surgery. Meaning that your doctor left a pin in your body when it shouldn't have been left there, right? A gauze or a piece of body part that should have been taken out. They took out the wrong part. America ranks in the top. No, America ranks number 6 for that. I'm not hating on my country. You guys hate and want to see the demise of the United States. Dude, the last thing you guys already saw my last live stream. The last thing that we will want is the demise of the United States and that strong US dollar. We need, as passport bros and expats, we need Americans to stay in America. Yes, we do. We do not need all y'all brothers and sisters following us. No, we don't. Tomorrow morning is a work day. I'm about to let you guys go so you can get you some sleep, get you some rest. I need you to get up in the morning, go out there, make your money. I need for you, when you get your paycheck, pay taxes. Pay taxes at the grocery store. I need you to continue to spend, keeping the US dollar strong. So when I use it, it's worth 4 to 5 times as much. In certain countries, it's up to 9 times as much. You think I need y'all to leave? Hell no. I'm not. You will never tell me. You will never hear me tell Americans leave the United States. Oh no, I won't. No, I won't. I talk to people that are at the crossroads. Now let's have a discussion on whether you want to leave or not and why you want to leave. I talk to crossroads people on this channel, but the average American mere mortal, I need for you to stay right where you are. All you folks in Philadelphia, stay there. All you folks in the New England area, keep your butt right there. You Bostoners, you. All you Atlanta boys, stay your happy tail right there. Make that money, spend it, keep the US dollar strong. You don't worry about these tax breaks that we getting as foreigners. I mean, as expats. 98% of all expats that live outside the United States pay very to little to no taxes, except for maybe state tax. And that depends on what state that you live in and the tax breaks that you might get as an expat based off of your state. Look that up. I don't need you to take all advantage of all these tax breaks. Let me do it for you. Let me and Donald Trump take advantage of tax breaks. You don't need to do that. Go ahead and go to work tomorrow morning. Spend money. Blow money. All these Jordans, y'all like to buy you them Jordans. Keep the American dollar strong. I don't need y'all out here with us. No, I'm serious. You will never hear me tell all brothers need to leave. Get your passports. Okay, what episode can y'all go to? I want to hear this one. What episode have y'all ever heard me say, get your passports? It's just as bad. Y'all got Austin telling y'all that BS. I ain't gonna tell you get your passports. I'm gonna tell you to keep your butt right there, so the rest of us can live good for the rest of our lives, and our kids gonna live good for the rest of their lives, because y'all back in the States being worker bees. Thank you very much. So all you worker bees in the United States that ain't gonna never go nowhere, ain't gonna never do nothing, and you just complain about the United States. You complain about the taxes. You complain about Trump. You complain about Biden. You complain about racism, and you complain about all the taxes and the issues that you deal with the United States, but you ain't gonna do nothing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because since you ain't gonna do nothing, you're gonna get up in the morning and take your happy tail to your job and keep that American dollar strong for me and President Trump. Oh, yes, I appreciate that. Shoot, because I got flights to take. And as long as you keep that dollar strong, them flights gonna be cheap. That's why I could pay $600 USD for an apartment that would be $5,000 in the United States. So you keep on paying $5,000 for those apartments and houses, and $4,000 for apartment for a 1-bedroom, and $3,000 for a studio apartment. I need you to stay your happy butt right there. I don't care how much you complain about the government, as long as you don't go nowhere. You think I'm crazy? Do y'all really think I'm crazy enough to try to build the passport, bro? Man, I believe the passport, bro, and the passport cis movement should have a limitation. As soon as we get to 3 million, that's the cutoff. That's the cutoff, and we don't need no more of y'all leaving. Up 3 million, that's it. That's the last time. Once we hit 3 million, the passport bro movement, it should just shut off. Y'all ain't see no more passport bro videos, nothing. It's just at 3 million. Bam, that's it. There are over 9 million American expats that live outside the United States right now. Take advantage of all the benefits that we get, because all y'all still stuck in the United States. We do not want y'all to leave. Ever. 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 Don't you ever think that we try to get y'all to leave. Hell no. Passport bros trying to get everybody to leave. No, we ain't. We only talk to people that's on the fork of the road. If there's a sister out there that says, you know what? I'm thinking about moving to Portugal. We there for her. If there's a brother out there that's like, you know what? I'm thinking about moving to Brazil. We there for him. For the sister that says, I want a vacation to Mexico. We there for her. For the brother that say, man, I'm trying to find some discounts on going to Asia. We there for him. But the rest of y'all that ain't gonna never go to another state, least long go to another country, please, all you fake passport bros, you stay home. If you've had a passport for over a year and you ain't gone nowhere except to the Caribbean islands or Canada, and statistically, 50% of all passports in the United States are only used for Mexico and Canada. You can look that up. 50% of all those passports that y'all got in the United States, y'all only take y'all happy tail to Canada or Mexico. So y'all ain't really going nowhere. But if you own a passport, you hollering you a passport bro, and not one stamp is in that passport after a year, bruh, stay right where you are. We'll take advantage of all these benefits on your behalf. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Me and my cologne appreciate you. Even my cologne is in another country and you not. This cologne comes from the United States. I got this on Amazon straight from the States. At least the cologne made it out of the United States and you didn't. Just take that passport with no stamps on it and put it right away. Just put it up in the Jordan box and get your happy butt to work tomorrow morning. All you doctors, lawyers, attorneys, all you state representatives, federal representatives, all you military brothers, all you mom and dads, all you school teachers. We don't need y'all to go no dang where. You crazy. We need y'all right there, busting your butt, keeping the dollar strong for us. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm serious about that one. That one, I am so serious about. Will says, he said, when I lived in Germany for 12 years, it was very mental. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Will. My man GJ says this. He said, many years needed to be in the country to commit. Yes, you need some off and on trips. You need to find out what area of that country you want to be in, or you want to be in a small town, big city. If there's like some dudes start off in Rio, and then other guys go off to Sao Paulo, and they're like, this is where I want to be. I hope I pronounced that Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo. Hope I pronounced it correctly. You get to somewhere and you just discover, hey, you go check out this other area. And that's one of the things that you have to be patient with when it comes to relocating. My fellow Americans, your hard work is appreciated. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I mean that. What I just told you guys over the last 5 minutes, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I am not going to try to convince not one American to leave America. Y'all crazy. Bruh, on this channel, we try to make America look as good as possible to Americans. To Americans. Do you think Passport Bros care about every month that over 100,000 people leave South America and go to the United States? Hell no, we ain't tripping. Why? That's more taxpayers. That's more people that's in the next 5 years going to be paying taxes to make sure I can live comfortably outside the United States. I remember on Angry Man Show, people were trying to talk down on all these people. Everybody wants to come to America. Well, technically, everybody doesn't, but if that's what Americans believe, I am not going to stop Americans from believing that lie. Americans actually think that everybody wants to come to America, and that's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. Y'all ready? America only makes up 4% of the world's population. America is only 300 plus billion, like 350, 360 billion, a million people, 360 million people out of a population of 9 billion. United States makes up 4%. You're trying to tell me that 9 billion people are trying to cram into one country? A 4% piece of land. Everybody's trying to cram into the United States. Everybody? Majority of people. Let's say majority. You telling me the majority of 9 billion is trying to come into a country that can only hold right now, can barely hold the 340 plus million that we got. The 340 plus million that we got. Everybody. But since Americans say that, everybody want to come to America. We say that out of pride. I love it. Keep talking yourself into that bullshit. Keep saying that to yourself. If it makes us as Americans feel good when we get up in the morning because everybody wants to come here, it's the greatest country in the world, I don't care. As long as you pay your taxes and keep the American dollar strong by spending your money. And then I can spend it the way that it was meant to be spent. Yes. You got dudes, man, that are buying property here, coming from other countries, buying property, going to other countries, building businesses with the American dollar, helping the community with the American dollars. Man, yeah, man, yeah. We ain't trying to get y'all to go nowhere. Nowhere. David says, Andre, I got 5 years left in America. He said, due to my job, hopefully Colombia is still the same. Colombia ain't going nowhere. And actually, it's advancing, bruh. They are building. Man, they're changing this infrastructure over. It's going to be a whole new Colombia in the next 5 years. They are switching this infrastructure over. And then here's the other part. While Americans are talking, there's a lot of Americans moving down here to South America. While America is cha-cha-cha, cat, everybody want to move here. They forget about, see, Americans love to see who's coming through the front door, but you forget about who's also walking out your back doors. Dudes like me and other educated men and women are walking out the back door as well. But they only want to show y'all the front door. But they never want to tell y'all how many brothers and sisters last year or the year before decided, yeah, I'm moving up out of here. 9 million Americans, such as myself, gone. All that tax money, gone. All that everyday money that would have been made in stores and gas stations with 9 million Americans, gone. That's a whole, that's like 2 cities. Well, pause, my bad. That is because America only has, most guys don't know this. America has only like, I think, let me not even lie. How many cities in America have over 1 million citizens? According to the data of the U.S. Census, only 10 cities in the United States have a population more than 1 million people. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix, Philadelphia, San Antonio, San Diego, Dallas, and Jacksonville. I'll repeat that list. In the United States, only 10 countries. That's it. 10 cities. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix, Philadelphia, San Antonio, San Diego, Dallas, and Jacksonville. Not Miami, not Atlanta, not New Orleans, not Charlotte, not Kansas, not Detroit, not Cleveland. That's it. So if 9 million Americans are living outside the United States, that is equivalent, let's say, just a city of 1 million people. That's 9 cities of people that are Americans through and through that don't live in America. 9 major cities. Because if you are a city that has 1 million population, you're a major city, according to this list. And if there's 9 million Americans in each, and let's break it down, if it was a city, a major city of 1 million people, that means that there are on average 9 cities of people leaving out the back door while y'all talking crazy about how many people coming in the front door. Y'all know I always bring the receipts. He said, everyone wants to come make money, but not live. That's true. Come, make their money, and leave. And not everyone wants to come. Even making money in America. Dude, you know, if you guys research the immigration movement of parts like Europe, I showed you the video the other day. Spain is going through the exact same thing that America is going through. While America is trying to act like everybody's trying to go there, Spain is saying the same thing. Spain and Italy are saying everybody's trying to come to Spain and Italy. Everybody's trying to leave. Portugal is going through the exact same thing. Everybody around the world want to come to Portugal. They're literally saying the same thing. In other words, not every country can say this. I agree with America. But everybody is not only saying that, because America, Portugal, Spain, and even parts of Italy, not all parts, but parts of Italy are saying the exact same thing. These immigrants are coming over to our country in record numbers, and they're taking over in record numbers. When you're a passport bro, you have no problem with admitting America ain't the only one that's going through this. But here's the kicker. I don't care if America believes what I'm saying statistically or not. I need Americans to always think America is the greatest of all time. I need every one of y'all to keep on Pledge of Allegiance. I need them to bring Pledge of Allegiance back to schools. I need y'all to have red, white, and blue socks, drawers, and baseball caps. Mandatory. I need every black person in America to know that they are American with the tax-paying asses. I need you to be all, I'm serious. Us passport, bruh. We do not need, we need you to vacation the spots and then take your little happy tail right back home. Yes, we do. Because as long as y'all still in America, y'all keep the dollar strong. Not only for you, but also for us expats. The other 9 million, in other words, 9 major cities worth of people that are living the life of their dreams in other countries. And Angry Man asked this question before I let you guys go. He said, what other country other than America would anybody have the audacity to want to move to? And I'll say this. A lot of people don't realize there are many people that are like, I've made money and I make money. Now I need a place of peace to enjoy my money. Yes, Angry Man and other individuals out there. Yes, in the United States, I can make my money. And I've done that. Now I need a place of peace to enjoy my money, the rest of my years. Because a lot of times Americans will base our bragging off of how much money a person can make in our country, not realizing it doesn't give me peace. It gave me a piece of that dollar, yeah, but it doesn't give me peace. It doesn't give me respect. I'm treated just like a regular old taxpayer. That's not a human being respecting another human being. That just using me as a worker bee. But then I go to another country that taught me how to be patient. Let them prepare the food from scratch, Andre. What? They make food from scratch here? Well, in my country, everything is frozen and all they have to do is thaw it out. Well, Andre, this is Colombia. You're gonna have to wait because they make the dough from scratch. Fresh dough? They're actually making their own breads? Peace. I agree. We make our U.S. currency, make our U.S. dollar. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants economic leverage. So for those that want to mock us for using the U.S. dollars, see, y'all leave, but y'all use the U.S. dollars. You dang right. Leverage. When in human history have men not wanted and enjoyed leverage? Name me one time in human history where men all wanted it the hard way. Men have always wanted the leverage, and using the U.S. dollar gives us leverage. Yes, making money in America is great. And spending it and enjoying it outside the United States is even better. Even better. So this is the end of this live stream, guys. Well, I got a few more minutes left. I got 4 more minutes left. You say, why when you use an advantage when going to a new environment? There are those that will shame you for doing that. American dollars should only be spent in America. You know how stupid that sounds? American dollars should only be used by Americans in America. Not realizing the strength of the U.S. dollar is because people use it for import-export as the common form of currency on a global basis. On a global basis, the big billion-dollar deals are done under the umbrella of American dollars, not our little going to the gas station with our little, give me 15 on pump 5. That doesn't keep the American dollar strong. What's kept the American dollar strong was the fact that it was the form of currency, or is the form of currency, in which countries often use to make big, gigantic purchases from each other. Yes, give us 15 tons of wheat. We want to buy like give us 1,500 pieces of artillery, and we run out of water in our country. Can we get 40 million gallons of water? And the way that they exchange it is by using the dollar. And now people want to sit up there and get mad at us because we do what governments do: use the dollar. EMB said you're at a disadvantage due to the language barrier. May as well have a financial. May as well have it a fight. True. I know he talking to Andre. I ain't shamed. I have no shame, brother. I have none. I'm a Libra. I have no shame, bro. And so he said, may as well have a financial advantage. Tis true. Even if I was fluent, EMB, I would still have a financial advantage of using the US dollar. Shout out to my man Chaos Reigns. Chaos, are you going live tonight? He said, what good, Andre? He say, love crossing borders. Shit, not sure what I want to talk about on my next live. Let me know when you go live again. I was watching you the other night. So you say you're not going live tonight. Okay, cool. He said everyone wants to come and make money, but not live. Yeah, I know a lot of people that came to America, made their money, did really good, and when they got older, now they're like, I want to move back to my home country and live up my last maybe 20, 30 years. I know a lot of people that are like that. He said, exactly. I mean, I have both, so I'm going to use. Oh, okay, so I'm going to use them. He said, why not? Make it easier to meet and network with the right people. Absolutely correct, brother. Absolutely correct. I couldn't have said that better myself. All right, guys, we're going to end this live stream. I hope those 7 tips, those consultation tips, helped you out when it comes to understanding relocating or even vacationing here in South America. It's not just about coming and treating South America like a rental car, but being a man and a woman about yourself, respecting the countries, the people, and the cultures. Shout out to my man Zay, who just left Cali the other day. I heard your message, Zay, man. I told you when you get back to the States what's going to happen when you leave Colombia. I told you. I tried to tell you. He said, appreciate the game, Unc. He said, coming to America film with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, it was great propaganda. That's exactly what it was. He said, but there are far more benefits dating and living as long as a productive American outside or as an expat. He's absolutely correct. Have a good one, guys. Have a good evening. Oh, all right. Of course, we're going to do the icebreaker tonight. We're about to do a nice icebreaker. Let me choose one of these. Oh, let's do the icebreaker. Yeah.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Kommer du ihåg det igen? Du vill ha ice and little fingers. Då du vet det kalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmatt på din vänster hand. Du är så viktig, baby. kan vara med mig baby. Aldrig lita på någon annan. Finns ingen annan jag vill ha min chakarinna. Låsa och säg ingen sinna. Jag kommer alltid ride with you. 100 gubbar klart die for you. Du är så viktig baby. Jag och du allians. Du är försiktig baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50 baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp för dig baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som det. Det är mitt liv baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som det. Det är mitt liv baby. Visa mig vart du finns. Vi kommer väl till min city, nej. Jag vet att det finns. Kom det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag min ni kör det. Skön social smart good lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vart du finns, yeah.